in Dragonbush with Granny.
Howdy, Internet.
Hello!
We're gracing you with our presence once again. More fool you for turning up.
Sorry.
We're not ready.
To our audience of
We're still mid-pizza.
Yeah, you know, it do be that way sometimes though. So,
I'm not here for an audience. I'm here to roll dice and chew bubblegum.
I'm already finished chewing my bubblegum.
I've already eaten my dice.
Kicks dice across the
That's what it's naughty D20s get it.
My D20s are terrible.
Naughty D20s get the oven tray.
Yeah, they do.
You can't
That would
roll a one when
Mike
you
would have no dice left.
You know,
You can't do a bad roll when you're a liquid.
Stop.
So, where last we left off, as we tried to roll the party down the dice chute.
Yeah, you're not getting that back.
No.
What's happened?
She's trying to put me in a dice tray and I'm saying you're not getting that back, that'll get stuck.
She's 2 points.
Bram on the other hand.
Bram can go that way.
So,
In the hole, Bramley!
what you say? Too big for the hole.
Bram makes the life.
Go on, I'll take them up before we lose.
Before we get saved.
So, that's segue completed. Well, last we left off, having completed your jobs in the Feywild, and completed a rite of passage for Lyle as one of her.
What's your surname now?
Lion.
A lion.
Which means protector of the grove.
A lion?
Yeah. E-L-I-A-N.
Oh, a lion. Not a lion.
Yeah.
No.
I was being silly.
Ladle
lion.
Ladle, you lion.
A lion, a tiger, a
Listen,
bear, am I?
if Lyle was ever lying, you'd know because she's got shit charisma.
Deception faces.
Oh god, that was horrific.
What?
So last week, as you were beginning to head off, you were approached by Scout, the Fae that somewhat deceived you to get you in here by appearing as the Huntmaster of the Guild.
I just presumed it was her all along.
Yeah. There is an actual Huntmaster of the Guild, but Scout stole her appearance temporarily, which was what the DLC was about. That was actually Scout. Yeah. And Scout was seeing if you'd be suitable for potential other jobs. And you were deemed fit. And so you were given money as a retainer fee, essentially. And so when there was
accepted the gift off of Faye, basically.
Yes, you accepted the gift off of Faye, 100%. And so when you
payment.
Yeah.
But
Same thing
in
for
Faye logic, you've accepted it.
Yeah, it's a fake contract.
Can I just add, by the way, when I wrote that one shot, this was not part of it.
No, I added
we did the one shot, and as we're walking outside, Robin's like, I have plans. I'm like, oh
yeah.
shit.
Really funny.
Fuck you.
You know, it would be really funny if you're going to have a game set in my world. Warning for any games you have set in my world.
Oh, good ideas.
I have pre-planned ideas.
And I'll fuck with them later. Scout approached you and said that they could retain you to where and when you were popped into the Feywild, essentially. And they said they could deposit you somewhere else if you wanted, but they couldn't. They could either pop you into the material plane when you were taken, or when it was currently at the or what the time currently was on the material plane. If they allowed you to kind of synchronize back with the material plane, you would have potentially appeared at a very, very different time. You chose to appear when you were taken, and instead of being where you were taken from in the middle of the swamp, you decided to appear in Dragonbush, which is Bramley's hometown, and you led by a very excited Bramley through Dragonbush to Granny Smith's abode. You interrupted her poker game with her gal pals, and spent the rest of the evening kind of listening to the tale of like what your adventures had been. You were introduced to the Pink Ladies, which was Granny Smith's apparent adventuring party from her younger days. Falchion, you'd stayed for 3 days. Falchion got his ass beat by Granny training session.
I learned things. I learned a valuable skill.
You spent the rest of the days.
Now that's a valuable lesson.
There's a reason for the kill count.
Yeah, she want to see grannies. Falchion learned a few new sword techniques from Granny. Bramley, Bar and Miggle discussed their pasts and reconciled their differences. Went to the tavern for a drink performance of dwarven throat singing.
Yeah, we discovered our characters discovered how our pasts sort of intertwined,
and why Bar
didn't like me at first.
So you
We're
made
obviously sorry.
You're all made up now?
Yeah, we made up and then we went to the tavern and did a duet of dwarven throat singing.
Listen, you're not a member of the party if Miggle hasn't fucked you over.
Cool.
Very nice.
Bramley, what did you do? You didn't do much. You spent the days with you did a plank
Oh yeah, Granny's garden.
But you didn't have anything specific. You just spent the time with Granny, reconnecting with your parents and your granny.
Yeah, that's the important thing.
You were all allowed to stay in
It was lovely.
Granny Smith's house. The boys in one room, the girls in the other.
As per Granny's way.
Of course.
How the thing with me and Bar happened was Bar went and looked around in town and found my wanted poster.
Yeah, that's
sick.
So we need to be careful
that
now.
wasn't the
That was me making one for the love.
Yeah. He had a litany of crimes.
Yeah, all the crimes, all the
Yeah.
Just one thing.
Yeah.
Columns.
I only did
One of
two
them
things.
columns,
When we were on the way home, we were all making up stupid crimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it extends like a Playboy magazine.
All of that.
It's Miggles wanted poster has actually like a little it looks like a little post-it note thing, but it folds down. It's just a crime after crime.
Rolling up the door. Wow.
Which Miggle insisted he didn't commit all of those crimes, or that the crimes had been exaggerated to some degree.
Totally.
Round the bottom, please. I'm not
So-
exaggerating.
Uncertain.
You
And then Lael and Mira went to the library to be a pair of fucking nerds.
Nerds.
Because after the warning that the Grove Mother gave Lael that there were dark times ahead and that the gods are moving to gather champions, Lael wanted to have a search for previous cataclysmic events or like stories of legend, things like that. And rolled really, really high. So the main, there are like a few other smaller ones, but the main story that keeps coming up in legendary tales is the story of the heroes of the darkest phase.
Heroes, the darkest phase.
The darkest phase was an era of rampant necromancy in this world. And after the near extinction of life during the end of the second era.
I'm going to get some colour.
Yeah, thank you.
Eat it with your hands. Savage.
I don't care about cutlery anyway.
Yeah.
He's going to come back and you finish.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
I'm making
Come back with colouring towers like.
sauce at the top.
Crock with the face!
It's quite hot actually, I wouldn't like it before.
After the near extinction event, which heralded the end of the second era, there was an outbursting in the school of necromancy, and
Dead bodies.
pretty much, yeah, the abundance of materials led to that sort of thing. So there were 13 necromancers that rose to power and essentially had their own regions where they oppressed any living with hordes of the undead, and each of them had their own differing speciality. That, like, one of them would raise the corpses of dragons, one of them would just mass raise zombies and skeletons and just overwhelm anything with sheer number, things like that. The last one and the most powerful one was a lich known as Al-Khair, these heroes, there's a differing amount depending on the story. There's some that say that there was as many as 13, one for each necromancer. There's some that say it was as few as 3. But there is always one, like, you came across the figure by the name Vidala, and she's like frequently depicted with the group behind her, so you get maybe she was the leader of this group. She's always drawn like a lot taller than the rest of them, so whether that's stylistic and been copied, or whether it's that she was actually much taller, it's difficult to tell because these are like depictions of depictions, you know, it's muddled through the ages, but she's often drawn with a large sword that looks like it should be two-handed, but she's able to lift it seemingly quite easily in the pictures with just one hand, but whether that's it denoting strength or just, again, a stylistic choice. She always has these glowing gold lines on her skin, and the sword had always had an eye in the hilt.
Okay. And her name was
Vidala.
Vidala.
Yeah. But not much is known about the group because after Al-Khair they were never heard from again. Whether they all dispersed and went to as normal a life as they could, or were killed in the final fight, it's not really sure. Because again, there's some stories that end with, and it was all happily ever after, and then there's some stories where they sacrificed themselves, so it's not clear, but it is.
Today?
Yeah, that's all right.
That's why the room isn't so cold.
I still feel cold, but I don't.
Yeah, but you're right next to the door.
Yeah. But while we are on the topic of stuff that happened last week, Is there anything that during these 3 days that Mira specifically would like to do? Probably one day she spent researching with Lyle.
Yeah, she'd probably cross-reference like some of the low-playing demon stuff and stuff about apocalyptic events, what happens in it in the Abyss. Another day she'd probably spend training with Falchion and just sparring every now and then.
Would you like to have a spar with Granny Smith?
Helping out.
Tending the wounded Falchion.
Helping Granny Smith beat the shit out
Yeah,
of
yeah.
Granny used the truth. Mira just gone.
It grows her extra arms to do 3 attacks.
And then it'll probably be some undercommon lessons with Miggle.
Oh
like,
yes, that's another thing we could definitely do.
And that'll be the 3 days
Yeah.
encompassing outside normal training.
I want time
regiments.
for some of that.
And
Alright
then
then.
write a
Would you like us
letter
to roll
to
for those
family to help.
Okay.
In
Being on- being
whatever
on time.
downtime we have, I'm just gonna flip through my book of awe.
Okay. Oh, what?
Make
Anyways. It's the dumbest jokes that are always the best. Roll me a. What was it that we were having? It was too was it 2 intelligence
Intelligence
checks?
was the
Yeah.
common, yeah.
I know that Miggle was on the intelligence checks.
Alright! Got enough strong.
What?
You got 1.
Got a natural 1. Star strong.
I got a 4.
Hey!
Hold on.
No
Hold on.
progress.
Christmas,
knows
Christmas
what.
inspiration.
Really?
I'll forget to use otherwise. 15.
Okay.
There we go.
Based off, unfortunately, Miggle's roll, there isn't much progress made at all.
Can we say that we do 2 days then?
I'm just
The
saying
first
that
day
would
we do-
Yeah.
encompass the
Scope,
anything
Right,
that you do
okay.
at this moment.
First day you would remember what a book looked like.
Yeah.
Can I do a
First
lesson
day
with,
you were
with,
2
Lyle
bongos.
instead? Can I do lessons with Lyle instead? See if it's any better. We're gonna have
Lyle's
secret
busy.
lessons so that Mira doesn't get upset.
Lyle's busy being a nerd.
Okay.
But yeah.
I'm
So.
just smacking the back of the head for getting it wrong.
I can't deal with this. Yeet. Throw the gnome.
Sporting him.
Mira would never throw a book.
No, too precious.
Make up.
He's gonna do this anyway.
Just keep rocking.
But yeah, so, you've had your days to relax and recover, recuperate a bit from,
Imagine if when Mira retires for adventuring, she becomes a language teacher.
Can I do language lessons?
Miggle spent
Wouldn't
the
be a
days
student.
learning.
That's so
Me?
Oh, you wanted to do your, yeah, of course you can, yes, roll an intelligence check.
Excuse me, what are we rolling for?
Ooh. 80.
Lyle's rolling for crimes.
Oh no, not
No, she's
crimes! I would have guessed it was crimes.
Crimes.
Not crimes!
Not Lyle committing crime.
You have a family name to dishonour now.
Yeah, so she better get to work.
I just love the fact that you were a guard and your dad's captain of the guard and you're just like the biggest thief ever.
She's not that big.
45.
I know, yeah. She's fairly short.
Not that tall.
Cast the knowledge. Now, mate.
It's a preemptive crime stopping. If no one else can steal it, it's already been stolen.
Exactly. Listen, Lyle's not the best passive perception at the party, so
Behind your dice back.
Sick.
Got a 6?
Hey!
Hell yeah!
she's not the best passive perception in the party. she's helping everyone out by stealing their things and being able to keep a close eye on it.
That's it, she's keeping it safe for everyone.
Community service.
Safe. If anything.
Right, so what intelligence rolls do you hear about this?
You begin to get the basics down. It's a bit difficult because it's a very different like alphabetic structure. Whereas it's consider it as like going from learning English, or knowing the English language, and then trying to learn Russian. It's a completely different alphabet. Yeah, pretty much. But it's a completely different alphabetic structure. So it's brand new.
Russian.
Yeah. Try to learn Russian.
Don't sleep, don't worry.
Fantasy Russian.
You can learn Sylvan, so you can bomb.
No, she already knows Sylvan.
Okay.
She come up with a name for you.
Of course you do.
Well,
Trying
2
to learn
people
business.
voted for Speckle. So, Speckle.
How many pets you
Is that you familiar?
I still like Travis
I
McGee.
said if you did
So to play with cards then?
Yeah, but you begin to get like the basics of like learning the alphabet down. So you're making headway. And you can just then like spend your time like writing it like as you do it in like nursery. Yeah. Practicing learning the alphabet and telling which letters. Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Which language is this?
It is one of them, yes. I'm sure you'll find out.
Hang on,
next.
aren't you multi-classing, so you're learning like fucking warlock or some shit? I don't know.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Lael would be a great warlock with that charisma.
Is the dragon a
Still
demon?
pets them wrong.
That's true, yeah.
Is the dragon a demon?
Is a dragon a demon?
That dragon.
No.
Not a character.
It's a fake creature.
Oh, the pseudo dragon. Yeah, it's fake.
Oh, the familiar dragon. Fairy dragon. No, it's just fake.
Yeah. Typically, it's not a form that people would have access to, but given Lael's heritage, I decided that it would be fitting.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, it would be very
It
good.
is.
So he's got a modified pseudo dragon stat block.
Because it puts the points in.
So, you all wake after having spent a few days readjusting to the material plane, taking care of whatever business you wanted to take care of, but in a much less tense environment than previous. Because I believe the last time you were in the library, you were trying to solve a fucking plague and stuff.
Yeah.
So you've been able to chill just a
People's
little
souls
bit.
disappear.
Fearing, yeah.
Good times.
Get munched, idiots.
Yeah, idiot.
Oh my gosh.
So now you can speak Ent, right?
Yeah,
What's that?
not yet. She's got to roll a few more times. But you can you wake the morning to the smell of breakfast being prepared, and the sounds of come on.
Make me cry.
Yeah, you'll smell it. Don't worry. Yeah, you wake to the sound of Miggle crying and Granny Smith telling Bramley that that's not how that's done, as you've become accustomed to over the last 3 days.
What a
but you all filter downstairs, and what is the plan, guys?
Morning, everyone.
Morning. We're on to breakfast.
Good morning, Granny.
Morning.
Tea and sadness for me, please, Grant.
You know what? If Mabel doesn't want his, I'll have it.
Just give hot
You
water.
still need to
Rotate the
eat.
dick.
No, he said he doesn't want it because he can't taste
No,
how good it
this is
is.
DM speaking. You will still need to eat, otherwise you'll fucking die.
This is also speaking out of it. He's going to be dead soon anyway.
You kill me now, you falchion.
We need to stop it.
Fat
Damn, he's
back
dead
up
slowly.
against all notes. It's not good.
Does Miggle like a good berry?
Yeah,
Can I
that's
take-
not good berry. I'll live off good berries because there's nothing else like.
It's a
That's like
mediocre
average
better
bear.
at this point.
It's one and done. You don't have to eat
Yeah.
again for the rest of the day.
You don't have to be reminded you can't taste anything anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Take
but
a
well,
pill if
when
you
Brownie's
need
cooked,
It's
for
like
everyone else,
taking your
you sure
cod liver
smell
oil
it.
pills in the morning. I mean, they
Yeah.
don't taste
Get the
anything.
joints
They
going.
just keep
Just
you
do
going.
the
Get the
good
joints
berry.
going.
To be fair, good berries don't taste bad.
Hence the
Miggle doesn't know that. But
He keeps them full.
yeah,
He remembers.
he can remember that. To be fair,
getting on a bit
you could change the
magic.
flavour of them right now and just be like,
Niggle, remind me
Yeah,
again, what
that's
did you
when you
give up for
strain.
your sense of taste?
I had a lovely vision of my ex-love, which is just as upsetting.
That was it.
So I got to see where she was, and if I wanted to see where she was, if she was safe and she was happy, basically. So I
Okay.
got a vision of her current life, and it was.
Is it bad?
made
It
me
was
look
worth
No,
right.
no, she was alright.
It was worth every
bad for
taste.
me.
Well looked after.
It was a complicated situation, but yeah, she's alright.
Yeah.
A feel for every
Sure
taste
was.
bud. Okay. Plans? I think we were speaking about this last week.
Yeah.
We were speaking about this last week, weren't we?
Do check out the match
Looking
shop
at the map.
before go.
Magic shop.
See if there's any.
Any goodies?
I'm happy to check out magic shop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We need to
by all
ask
means.
around about the druids as well.
Oh yeah.
There was 2 magic shops in town that you noticed.
Yeah.
One of them seemed to be more of like a supply place, so should you need any incense in case your dragon gets exploded.
Bunch of handkerchiefs
Yeah.
tied together.
And then at the end it's the and then at the end it's the pseudo dragon.
Two perfect rings, but somehow you clap them together and you get.
That Jesus from Family Guy, innit?
Yeah, there was like a magical supply shop, so if you wanted to, if you needed to get any, it might be a place to, if you potentially needed diamonds or potions,
We do need
would possibly be.
at least 50 gold there.
50 gold piece worth of diamond.
No, I've still got. I just need to replace Brad.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
Oh, well, I've got
500.
I know.
What?
I've got one.
500 gold.
50.
Why 50?
Because
Exactly.
Lyle needed it for
Chromatic.
chromatic orb, which
you
was
have
Well,
part of the.
I gave everyone 100 gold
was
out
that?
to the kitty, didn't I? So
Yeah, I know,
you
but
got,
she
you
got
got
the
walking
diamond.
around.
In fact,
I don't
Yeah.
remember
when we help with the act bill,
You've got walking around when he falls says that
Hi.
he has thousands of
Cold
gold
fact,
in
Bill.
his pocket.
where we were collapsed,
Thanks, Dad.
you helped with the ritual.
that. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, when you were helping the Radiants with the ritual, Lyle cast Chromatic Orb and rolled well on her spellcasting check.
I remember.
But it'd be like
It all happened the day before.
you'd be able to get like
I
a
remember it
50
like it
gold
was
diamonds, definitely.
It's a penguin joke, that Chris.
I'm glad I didn't hear it. But anything like that, that you'd need like specific material components for. As well, if you wanted to pick up supplies for making more healing potions, that would be a place to do that.
I forgot you can make potions.
Aren't I good
So
for
did
remembering
So
things?
did- No, so did Bramley.
That's quite an accusation.
No.
Oh,
Bradley definitely remembered. Tara definitely didn't.
Yeah. In the back of my
No,
mind,
there's no way to prove that.
no, in the back of
Except for 2 years of experience.
Tara, in the back of your mind's little voice going, remember this? And you're like, hmm? You said that.
It's the fucking meme of old Captain America. No, I don't think I will. But there was also a magic shop that seemed to be more in the sale of items and
That's the one. What?
So what one's more like
I know.
an apothecary where you pick up supplies?
essentially,
and,
yeah,
and,
but
and
more.
elements.
But you'd
And the
also
next
be
one's
able
like
to pick up
items and
things like
enchantments and stuff.
you'd also be able to pick up things that are like specific material components that are
Yeah.
designed for spell. Like, say for instance, planar shift is a spell that requires a tuning fork attuned to a plane of existence. That would be the shop where you'd be able to purchase such a thing.
Okay.
So, like
Okey-doke.
specific components, like
Okay.
that.
Well, I'm happy if people want to visit the magic shop. We can head there first, but once we've said our goodbyes and packed up, which way did we say we were going to head?
To the drift,
Druids first, yeah?
because that's through
Through the grasping vines forest.
that place. Back to Old Hill.
We did say we were going to head back to Old Hill. How many days travel is that?
Yes. It depends on which route you take.
It is a length of time. from
It
now
depends
to
on
then.
which route you take because
If you go via my wild magic continent, it'll take a while.
yes, but if you travel the main road, you will pass through Highgate, which Miggle definitely does not want to do.
Yeah.
But it is quicker and safer.
Highgate then.
Same.
We're
Six
going the druids.
But
Well, we're going
cutting
there first.
through,
Okay.
if you wanted to, cutting through the forest itself, you'd be able to get down towards Altavish. I've got the map with me, so I can show you.
We also need to go to the guard station. And that's about that truck group usage.
Yes.
Oh, I actually got one.
Yes, we do. We will
Did you
find.
just say yick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What of it?
We can kill it.
So there's the dotted
Where
line
are we
here
right
is
now? Where's Dragonbush?
here.
Okay.
This is where you are. I'm only short, sorry, I can't hold it up very high. So this is where you are here.
Okay.
These are the mountains.
Mhm.
Obviously it's not to scale, but this is the main road which will take you past Highgate, past Bellholt, and back down towards Althaven here. You could cut through between the mountains and the Grasping Vines forest, which is this mess here,
Well,
and end up in Woodwin, and then cut down towards Althaven.
well, Bram, you said we're heading into the Grasping Vines anyway, so
It's bluff the drip.
Why are we trying to get to Albion?
Lyle wants to pick up armour.
Oh.
Leo's got armour there, and
Just bear in
from
mind that
Althaven
that
we can
won't,
then head east, pass
Oh,
by
we
the
talked
Dragonborn
about
village,
this
and
last
head
week.
towards.
I can go
Whatever
pick
the
up
compass
the
is
armour.
telling us to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once you get close enough,
I
it
can
would be
turn to
easy
a
enough
bird and
for
go
Bramley
find
to
it.
fly. If any of you want to have a study of the
Okay.
map, so you can have a closer look at the route you'd be taking.
Our treasure pile's looking healthy.
Is it?
We've got.
Not to anyone else, but to
One-
Fashion, yes.
No, I'm talking about the trophy room, sorry. So we've got a Tremoris golden rod, which is the.
The gold drop from the trail.
We've got a gout tooth,
Oh, what?
the knot beholder.
Yeah.
We've got a face spider queen claw, and we've got the head of Chrysopela, which I'm going to mount.
And soup the head fudge.
See, you say that, but what are you going to do when the fight is gone?
Focus our attention on giving the barbarian.
Well, you got the off tank, you got the tank, so.
Good luck.
So-
Well, if you're all eyes on you, then you realise.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
I'll just turn into an owl
Nice.
Okay.
What?
So,
Pseudo tank.
are we? Did you say you're going to the guard station first or the magic shop first?
Either.
Okay. Well,
What are you going to the guard station for?
We're going to quite that stupid fucking gang of music.
Ah, okay. So, which shop do you head to first? Fashion.
Well, you know exactly what components I need, so I'll go there first.
magic
Alright.
shop.
Because I assume Bradley might want some supplies.
I just have
Well, if she remembers that she wants supplies, then I'm
and
sure she
sushi for lunch.
So what else are you going to do?
But heading into the shop, it's surprisingly well ordered. Like everything has like neat shelves, and everything's kind of set out in sections and surprisingly well labelled. You see there's like there's not even like you've been to a few other kind of when you think that it was a magical supply shop, you think that it might be a bit more akin to an apothecary, and it's definitely not. It's like everything's like neatly laid out. Everything has its place. Like even the the tuning forks and things like that for the more intense spells have like little tiny holders that are all labelled with like the planes that they're attuned to, things like that. So it's extremely well maintained shop, and you see that there is behind the counter, who's currently just reading a book, is a high elf woman. She's got like pale blue hair, swept back and put into like an intricate bun that has like a little like decorative spiral of metal to kind of like around it to keep it in place. And fairly simple robe dress that she wears. And yeah, she has a small pair of spectacles on the end of her nose as she's reading this little book. Mira's jealous.
Can I see what book?
Yeah, probably. It seems to be just a cookbook.
Not Tusculum.
Not Tusculum. She's not reading porn on the job.
Save man. It's a cookbook.
To watch from a corner, that's a good book.
Inside.
No one really heard that. But yes, so she looks up as you all enter, as you or as whoever is going to the magical supply shop goes there. You push the door open, you hear the little ding of a bell, chime somewhere. She looks up, puts her books to the side and stands. Hello, how may I help you?
Okay. So, that's okay.
Certainly, this would be the place for them. Disgraceful.
Hey, I'm after some incense. 50 gold time.
Yes, I do have both of those in stock. How much incense would you like?
50 gold.
Certainly, that could be provided. She goes through the cabinet behind the counter, which is just a wooden counter, but you can see that it's locked. And she begins to she pulls out a small tray with a little slimy top on.
Sorry, Matt, I'm coming in.
What?
Not
She
that kind of soup.
face. Take me for dinner.
Sorry. And it fell onto you.
And that's up. It's on the internet forever now.
Clip it and ship it, guys.
That's it. Rebecca, you know an incense.
Like, what was it? Like, when Laura doing jack-off motions or something like that. Well, it might have been Marisha. It seems like something Marisha.
No, oh, well,
Yeah, probably both of them at some point have done
well,
it.
it's definitely
Definitely when she was
maybe
Jester.
even more to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she did it definitely by accident as she was like keyleth and pace. That was it, right? She fucking dove down onto Talison's lap. Did she? Ah, campaign 1, my beloved.
Both exactly did it.
Yeah.
She was deleting.
Ah, nice. So she begins to set. She uses like a little pair of tweezers to set aside. To like sort through like a little tray of diamonds that she has. She selects one and sets it on like in a little tray, and then puts that on the tray in front, closes up the box and puts it back in the counter before directing you to like the incense. And there is a good bit of incense, and it's all kind of packed into. There's some that's loose that comes in like small little pouches, but a lot of it is kind of packed into smaller bricks, kind of like old-fashioned tea, like really old-fashioned, like OG tea, where it's like packed into bricks, so that you can shave bits off.
Have you ever seen them in the museum?
Yeah, they're really cool. And it is very similar where there are like it's pressed to have like different designs on the front. That kind of. But there are like a few, and you as you kind of like go over there, there's like you notice that there's like a slight breeze, and as you kind of like pass the breeze, the incense smell is suddenly everywhere, and you're like, ah yes, containment unit for the stink, because you guess that much incense in such a small area absolutely gets in the back of your throat, and it's like, oh. Because it wasn't necessarily expected.
It's like when you walk into the shopping centre and the
Perfume place.
Yeah.
and you go right in your eye.
Yeah, kind of. But it seems to be contained by this like maintained gust cantrip almost. And actually, to be fair, with your passive perception, you would see like a small little, tiny little engravings on the floor. That seems to be the origin of this perpetual light breeze to hold in the stank. But you can select, and you see there's like some that are larger bricks for there's more there. And they do come in like 50, there's 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, and then it jumps in, goes to 200, and then it begins to jump in hundreds, rather, of gold value. And you can pick up just, it looks surprisingly small, but being that it's compact and compressed, it's like about that big, small little bar of dense incense, and it needs to be crumbled and shaved apart to be of use in a spell, but that's the sort of thing that you've got now. Pick one of them up. Pay for them at the till. Excellent. Deduct 100 gold, and you have your diamonds, and you have your incense. Gone notifications, I'm busy. I just despise them. I don't know why, I just hate them so much.
What do we hate?
Notifications.
Just notifications on my phone, I don't like seeing them there. I'm like, I mean, they don't like buzz or anything, but I just see like the little blip,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
You can turn it off.
I could, but then I'd forget to turn them on.
Like conversations.
Yeah, that's fine. If it's important, I'll answer it. But usually it's just like channels that I like or blogs that I follow, things like that. I'm like, I don't need them right now, but I will 100% forget to turn them back on, so I can't do that. Because if they're gone, then they're gone forever, and I will never ever remember to turn them back on, ever. Because I'm dumb. I've got that baby brain where it's like if it's not in front of me, I forget it exists.
Fair.
No, that's just a brain.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah. That's just normal.
Anyone else need any components? Well,
I'm good. My components are pretty simple to get.
Do you sell? I know obviously you sell components and things. Do you actually sell full potions? Yeah.
No, not here, but there is a shop nearby that does.
Okay. I'll try that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
right, do you need any supplies?
I think this would be an okay place to ask about any rumours about the druid on playing magic shop.
Okay. Yes, I have heard about druids in the nearby forest. From what I've heard, they've been causing a little bit of trouble for some of the people living nearby, but I suppose that's to be expected. But I don't know any specific locations. I don't often travel off the beaten path when I do travel. My apologies.
I should ask somewhere where travellers go.
Bar, do you need any material components? I'm just saying, like, right now, we don't have to roleplay it out, but if there is
Anything.
any material components you want for spells or anything like that, now would be the time to get them. So,
Do you
like,
have diamond?
I have a
you have, Lael has just replaced the because I believe you have one set of 300 gold worth of diamonds, and Lael has just replaced the 50 gold diamond that she has borrowed.
Yoinked.
Yeah. She needed it for the spell because Chromatic Orb does require a 50 gold diamond as a component piece, which I think personally is bullshit for a first level spell.
Yeah, it's an expensive thing.
Yeah. Because that's what if you're coming in at like level 1? 50 gold is like a year's salary, if not more, to most people.
My level 1 spell components are a cup of water and a bit of fleece.
Yeah, which both of those can be replaced with a spell focus.
Yeah.
Whereas it's like no, it's got a monetary cost. Tough shit. It's like and it sucks because like you're already struggling for money as a wizard.
I know, right?
All your spells are cost.
You want to add this to your spellbook? Money. It's not in the skill that you require. More money.
Yeah. That's why wizards are bullshit.
Love them though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but traditionally Gygax hated for good reasons.
Oh, I know.
That's why I made them shit.
See, I really like sorcerers, except for the fact that they get absolutely shit on for spells.
Yeah, but I always play like a recycle build anyway. It doesn't really mess with me that much.
See, I don't like it, but I'm playing a Divine Soul Sorcerer, and I'm very happy with that because I use expanded, like, homebrewed expanded spell lists anyway. So I have that. And then there's also, because of my character, being my character, because of the unique situation she's in, I'm allowed to make spells and stuff, which actually, the collapsible cutlery that I've given Tara is one of the spells that I made. It's a cantrip though, and it doesn't give you temporary hit points. It's Clarette's collapsible cutlery, which is very fun.
Right.
Mostly because she was chatting with a god and she found out that he had a little spell book for any spells that she made. And she was like, "Fuck you, I'm going to make a spell about a fork." just because I can. And so she did.
Right. Potion if you don't have anything to get here, do you want to get potions?
I'll head to the next shop, grab a few potions for the group.
I'll join you.
I got time to get here.
Potion supplies, 2 please.
Right.
I think that'd be here, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, you're in the supply shop. We're going
Yeah,
the
this is
actual
the supply shop.
shop
Oh, right.
where they sell
Yeah.
completed
This is
items.
where you've just asked about the druids. That's the shop that you'd buy
Okay, we'll get that
from.
here, please.
What would you like to purchase from here?
Whatever's required to make a potion.
So, how many
Right,
potions would you
okay.
like to buy for? Because you need to spend 25 gold per potion.
Per potion.
Yes. 'Cause it's
Which
essentially
is actually
half
cheaper
cost.
than buying.
Well,
Yeah.
what, just
Straight
give me
Shit.
loads of money then and we'll just make
You've
it.
got 100 gold.
Takes time as well, though, doesn't it?
It does take time.
How
So,
much can I make in a
uh,
day?
You by yourself, you can make one a day.
I will assist.
And it would take the day to do so. Depending on Miggle's role, would affect how much of a help he is to you. But by that I mean whether you'd be able to make 2 in a day,
Yeah.
sort of thing.
Last time we did this, we managed to make 2.
Yeah, because you managed to roll like really, really well on your assist roll essentially. Because Bramley doesn't necessarily need to roll to create a potion. That is just something that you can do with the herbalism kit when you're proficient with it. But it's and you know, Bramley being Bramley anyway, she's got a very good role in that sort of thing. Because it's wisdom plus proficiency, so it's already like a 9? No, it's 8.
8, you're right.
Yeah, so it's a baseline of 9, even if she rolls a natural 1.
Sure.
And I think the DC for it is 10, like in the actual game, like rules. So like, you can make one anyway, but if Miggle's helping, I want to see if he helps you or fucks it up.
Helps or hinders?
Yeah,
I don't have to help you if you'd rather we did.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to help.
But like I say, there's
you
the
want my
chance of.
I'd welcome it.
Oh,
Yeah.
please, I don't want to.
No.
Fuck you, Miggle! Fuck you, old man! You were trying to use from my nana!
I would welcome the help.
Right.
Why doesn't
That's
Smith
some
want to do
history.
something?
You don't know.
I saw the way Nick looked.
So,
That's a perception.
right,
game.
we've got 100
Not
gold at
passive
the moment.
insight though.
That's enough
Like,
for 4 potions worth of
It's not.
ingredients.
It's pretty
That's
good.
4
It's not bad,
days, so
but it's.
What have we got? We're going to stay here for 4
you know.
days.
Miggle's
Well, I
pretty
mean-
good at hiding his emotions.
We can't not.
Oh, yeah,
He's
quite
got
sad.
massive insane. He's got
Whether
insane
you want to
passive
stay here 4 days,
My
yeah,
passive
we've got
insight.
No
nothing
reason
to do.
not to, but
60.
It's pretty good. Is it as good as Miggle's?
That.
Next level, actually, it will be. It will probably be. Actually, no, because Miggle's. I don't think you're proficient in deception, are you, Miggle? But because of your jack of all trades, are you proficient in deception?
Yeah.
Are you proficient, or are you jack of all trades proficient?
Proficient.
Nice. So yeah, he beats you every time. Sorry.
Just wait till I get expertise.
I get my next ASI. I spend it on the insight feat.
So,
Um.
what are we buying?
I don't know. How much would you like to get? How many potions do you want to make? And I will tell you how much that will cost for the materials.
How many should we make?
now to you, potion maker.
Well, whatever you
'Cause
make, we
it's-
don't have to buy.
And
That's
bear in mind as well, it's not something you can make on the road. It
Right.
requires a day to do it.
Sit down and focus.
Yeah.
We may as well do that while we're here at Granny's. So. Would Granny not
Well-
assist?
Probably.
Well, this is
in a kitchen.
yeah. Well, this is the day that you were making plans to leave.
I know, that's what I was
why.
saying.
Yeah, you've had your days here.
We can only make.
Yeah,
The
and
one
I
then,
did.
if
I
you
did
still wanna
mention this
leave.
supply shop and stuff. Now it's just that as you're. Is there anything else we need before we leave? Oh, actually.
Actually,
Change of plans.
let's make 4 days of potions.
That would have been something to work on while you were here.
You only just told us the shop existed.
I didn't. I said that from the get-go as I was describing you coming through the city.
You should always ask if we listened to what you said.
You don't have to know.
I assume it's a no, but that's not my fault.
Yeah.
I can't argue.
Actually, no.
But yeah, so You can have the, like, so if you have a day's rest somewhere, say if you happen to find this druid enclave fairly quickly, or
that's mighty.
if you
Make some there.
if you make it all the way to Woodwin, you can rest and, for a few days and prepare them there. And you'd go through the supplies quicker with Miggle's assistance, whether or not he helped you or hindered you. There would be the intent to make at least 2 potions. So.
I'll get enough for 4 potions.
Okay, that would be 100 gold.
100, that's a bit much. Can we I'll do 2.
You can always ask Falchion for more money because he's got thousands.
I could always help you barter.
The party has money,
That's fine.
right? We're not
Yeah.
we're not short of
Falchion,
the
100 gold, please.
Rather than having to roleplay this out, how many does the party want to buy?
This is what I'm asking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What are we buying?
What is the reasonable amount of potion materials you would like, bearing in mind that there is like a limit, so that would be 50 gold.
50 gold, that's
Okay.
it. Falchion, credit cards.
You've already got 50 there. I'm going to go to the shop
Am I
next
having
door,
to
and I'm actually just going to
Falchion
cut out the middleman,
party.
or the middle gnome in this way, and I'm just going
Of
to
course I
buy.
know, she's on
I'm
time.
just going to buy 10 potions.
10 potions. Okay. They do happen to have 10 regular potions in stock, which would be 500 gold.
Did you take 450?
Roll persuasion. But as this, just to tell you about this shop, you can still roll persuasion, but I'm just gonna describe the scene. It's in more or less complete contrast to the shop next door. This is set up very kind of eclectically, to say the least. Like there are it's a fairly large space that has a second floor, but the second floor is more of just a walkway around the top half of the shop. There's no kind of second floor. You see all the way up to like the roof.
It's like a mezzanine level almost.
Yeah. But there are like more things kind of there. Everything is kind of held in place by ropes and pulleys and hammered boards and nails. Like so, all the shit. So there's the aisles are like there's no like walkway through. It's definitely not wheelchair friendly. It's or larger people friendly. Falchion, you're gonna have to move a bit delicately in here, because the shelves aren't even set out uniformly. They're like some are bent in and then some like it's an absolute clusterfuck of thing.
Is this
You know what? I actually really like this because it reminds me a lot of the old warehouses on the docks where they do it.
That's good.
Yeah. So it is kind of like that, except probably a bit less sturdy than than like crates because it's like the shelves.
Yeah.
Boxes.
Oh yeah,
there's display cases.
I'm taking the time and I'm being.
Yeah. As you push open the door, there's a very loud bang of explosion. The only thing that you could kind of compare it to would be small cannon fire. Slightly above your head.
I instinctively duck as I'm
Yeah,
walking.
absolutely. It's like quite close to like the origin of the source is like a few feet above your head.
Is that a little bit bell as you open the door?
You look up and it looks like there is a mechanism attached to the door that looks like it has like there's a series of like as you just and being interested in tinkering, it's quite interesting to you specifically. It seems to be like a series of gears and pushes. It looks like there's a very small wheel attached to an arm that is on the back of the door, so as it pushes open it triggers these series of gears which sets off this tiny cannon mounted onto the wall that seems to just kind of fire into what looks like a heavily peppered series of duck feather pillows, which are strapped to the wall.
Nice.
You can see where it's shot through some of the ropes holding it there, and there's like frayed bits of rope.
Interesting
but yeah,
bell.
it's not something that fashion has ever seen before, because
Not canon.
no, canon yes, but one so small.
Oh, I've never seen anything that intricate and small though.
Because firearms aren't on this continent, and this is essentially a modified firearm that seems to be put here.
I'm going to say I've definitely seen cannons.
Yeah, you've seen cannons, and that's why you kind of...
The amount of ships that passed through
and
there.
there is, and given the status of your eldest sibling, working in the military, the Navy.
She is definitely all about the cannon.
Oh yeah, but yeah, one like this you've never seen, and again mounted to the wall.
Sorry, internet.
It's fine. You're far away from the mic. But you could reach him with a sneeze if you wanted to.
You just infected the internet.
Yeah, it's like the barrel of it is maybe like a foot long at most, and the holes in the pillows are like maybe like thumbnail size with scorch marks around it.
I am truly fascinated. I'm like,
yeah.
How did you get a cannon that small?
Question.
Go ahead before I continue this moment.
Do I hate that capture?
Probably.
Well, you're in the shop next door, aren't you?
Well, they're not next door to each other, but Lyle's got insane hearing, and it was not quiet. I will say that. They're on like the main square.
I saw my armor.
I'm probably going over.
What the fuck? And head towards it. So as you turn around, look up, and like see the little mechanism triggering, and see the micro cannon.
I'm enthralled. I'm just like, wow.
How did you get a cannon that small? From behind you, and I knew you were going to go there because I was thinking the same thing. You hear from a bit behind you and a bit further up, I made that myself. And you turn around and see a small, maybe about the same size as a gnome, but a lot more wiry build, big flappy ears, green skin covered in like scorch marks, and a pair of goggles kind of like set a bit lopsidedly.
Nice.
And they're just kind of like chilling on one of the ropes that is kind of hanging from there, like holding onto it, but using the tension to sit along the side, not hanging off it, like holding on, but like using the curve of the rope to sit on, as they watch you, and you can see that they have a tail that curls around the rope slightly, ends in like a little tuft of fur, just like a little poof of white fur. Pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, what is a fire?
Little tiny balls of metal, like tiny cannonballs. I'll show you if you want.
Oh, okay.
You can cannon in our house.
He hops down. Like you see that a lot of the ropes and pulleys in here. He seems to use himself to maneuver around the shop,
nice.
Being that he's fucking tiny, like knee height on you. Especially because he moves with like a little bit of a stoop, like you can see that it's not hunchbacked or anything, but just moves kind of ape-like with the hands and not necessarily like that, but more like uses the hands and feet to kind of like pull itself forward as it's moving, kind of thing. It's got that kind of movement to its walk, as it just kind of moves faster and like scuttles off and hops up towards the back, and there's no kind of counter here. Everything is just shelves and boxes and barrels and display cases and everything in all manner of places. Fishes around and pulls out like a little leather pouch. Pulls it open. You see there's like thumbnail sized iron balls that are just kind of like marbles, but made of
tiny
iron.
little ball bearings.
Yeah, but a lot more kind of rough.
They're not like made of shine.
No, definitely not.
Okay.
Pretty neat, aren't they?
Very.
They are quite
Do you
heavy.
make these yourself?
Oh yeah. Not a lot of places that make them over here.
I can imagine. I'm Falchion, by the way. Zooks.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. So is it a tiny cannon? What is it?
Yeah, more or less.
How does it fire if there's no
powder.
fuse?
The mechanism on there, like push a flint and steel together, lights the powder. Boom! Neat, isn't it?
Don't we have to reset it every time someone comes in?
There's a little receptacle up there that filters them in, but I do have to fill them up every now and then. So Lyle, at this point, you get to the location of where you think that, of course it's the fucking magic shell. She's, what the fuck did Falchion do? Is the first thought that comes to mind.
What? Falchion stuff like.
What do you do? Should you push it? Nice. You hear it's like bang go off as you push the door open, and like and Lyle steps in, and you hear this same kind of loud crack shot of sound above your head.
Think I like instinctively roll up the way, sort of like how you carry does.
Yeah. And the door swings shut behind her. See? Working great.
That is impressive. That really is. That's so great. Oh, hello.
The fuck was
that? What do you call it?
like
My
this?
doorbell.
That was Zoot's doorbell?
Hello. Now you're pretty familiar with goblins, having grown up in the underneath the map.
This isn't being a goblin.
No, I'm just saying that, goblins are fairly rare for most of you to have encountered. You wouldn't have encountered them very, potentially bar, if he was ever down in the mines, that sort of thing. But goblins typically are more subterranean dwelling, or, cave dwelling. So there you would have encountered them. They're especially living in the slums as you were growing up. They're not unwelcome in the hollowed spire, much like Eggers, but it's not often, given that goblins are quite inventive, creative, but not necessarily magically inclined. So they wouldn't have had a whole load of. There would have been a good few employed by, I can't remember off the top of my head, but the house that maintains the infrastructure. They would have employed a good few goblins for things like that, because they're very good at what they do, and what they do is make things.
Could you? I mean, do you have schematics for the doorbell?
Oh no, that's mine.
No.
So, just made it. So, they're not too uncommon. Well, over here, I guess.
not from round here.
Where are you
Are
from?
people suddenly here as well?
I know I'm not here. I want to know where this guy's from.
Where are you from then?
Let me pull the thingy. Because I sort of.
Not from round
right.
these parts.
Oh, I'm from overseas. I'm from Damascus originally.
Oh,
Oh.
there are all characters are from.
Oh, okay. I've heard of it. My sister's been there a
place.
couple of times.
Bit wild.
He's clearly the North Dummer.
Isn't it like half the continent magic is outlawed and
No.
the other half is wild magic continent?
The entire continent is a wild magic continent. And I'd say actually Falcon roll history for me. I'd say you can add.
I'm going to say.
That was where.
I know you're proficient in history, but I'm
Well,
going to
not
say.
just that,
You
but I've
were
heard
not-
Monistar
Oh,
talk
Well,
about it.
this is what I'm
Realise
saying is that because of
We talked about
that, I'm going to
strikes.
say you can have an additional D8 to that roll.
Nice. What do we get to you fucking for?
classic fact.
Alright, okay. And history, yeah?
Yep,
That is a maximum of 18.
18, pretty good. So yeah, you'd be aware of. You've heard like it's quite an interesting place because it's it's one of like the more unique locations as a whole, or just places.
Again,
Given-
thinking back to when I was a child, obviously they'd have
There's-
trade maps and stuff. So
Yeah.
I've seen the outline of the
Yeah,
continent.
they have all the continents mapped out, and Damascus is a fair powerhouse of a continent as a whole, to the point where, being that it's in a central location, like a lot of trade will go through there, to the point where people are even willing to trade with the south of Damascus, which is completely magically outlawed, banned. Because of the wild magic that happens there, and it's all over the continent. It's not just in the north where there's wild magic, it's everywhere. But the two halves essentially had a war a long time ago. You probably remember Morningstar talking about the difference in trade agreements between the north and the south, because they don't interact with each other. There was a massive civil war, and actually it brings to mind one of the paintings that you saw in Babel's Tower.
Oh.
The one that you asked about was
I
the
do remember that
Dragonborn
painting, yeah.
who apparently raised a mountain range to split the north and the south. And there was a massive civil war before this, and that's why the mountain range is called the Galrita Expanse, because it was Galrita, a dragonborn, who raised those mountains.
Yeah.
Um,
Having
Separate
lessons
the
about
two
being
halves.
separate today.
And so that's that comes to mind as you like recall bits of information about Damascus here, and you do know, I'd say as well, that while the south outlawed magic, they became a lot more technologically driven, and they have some of the most advanced non-magical healing abilities.
Remember gold distribution? That was where they were from, South Damascus.
Yeah.
But the north, where all the magic is good, that was where our old campaign was.
I remember you saying.
It was very interesting place to play.
Okay.
That's probably where I'd set a second campaign.
I would like to do
Certainly
a
a
second
place to
campaign
lose, isn't it?
there. If we were ever going to do a second campaign in that continent, I'd play Dahlia again, but make it old and not daft.
Yeah.
Right, I turned to Zeus and I'm like, so, did you say you're from the north or the south?
Oh, I'm from the north.
Okay.
I'm from the north, but we it's a lot of fun over there. But I wanted to move somewhere where I'm not, one of many.
Yeah.
So no one here's got anything like this kind of shit.
That is true. That is definitely the truth. That is so impressive. So, the reason I'm here today, I was hoping you had some potions for sale.
I do, yes.
Excellent.
And he begins to see if I can find the actual. No, I don't. It's not in that one. I've got info somewhere of like the different for the north for the different cities and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There's one specifically that Zooks is from, which actually is short for Gadzooks.
Nice.
Just so you're aware. I do, yes. And so he begins to pop back up. He just pockets the little ball bearings that he's shown you, and begins to like swing and pull on various ropes, and the shelves around the top begin to move. Some of them at the bottom are yanked up suddenly and moved around as the shop itself just begins to shift around as Zooks pulls like various things.
I'm ducking and moving out the way as
Yeah.
shells like moving past me.
And pulls down one of the shelves that was at the top, brings it down, and you see there's in kind of like in chemistry class when you get like the beaker holders.
Yeah. Nice.
There's several of them kind of like you
Like
see
liquid
hammered
cider.
in to the shelves to hold the various bottles. Here we go, potion shelf. What are you looking for?
Let's see. I think a friend of mine is picking up some supplies. She wants to practice herbology a little bit. Well, in a pinch, that's going to take a few days. So I just thought we'd stock up on some ready-mades.
Certainly, I've got a good few in at the moment.
What strengths have you got for
Well,
healing potions?
I've got a few of. I haven't got any supreme, but I do have a few. I've got a couple superior, just the two.
Mm.
I've got a good few greater, but I've got a good plenty of regular ones if you're looking for them. And depends on how much dangerous shit you're going to be getting into.
No.
Well, knowing our luck, it will find us.
Excellent, you'll be fun customers for me then.
How much is the regular?
50 gold a pop.
How much is the greater?
150.
And the superior? Sorry, it goes greater than...
There's greater than superior,
Superior
and then
than
supreme, which is
Yeah.
Expensive.
Yeah.
Which fashion's not good?
Oh,
no,
I
100% not.
the thing
I
is...
I don't think he's going to pay for a supreme either.
I'm just
Or
curious on
superior.
price.
Well,
How much is the superior?
nah, that's the supreme ones.
How much
Well-
is the superior?
The superior, they're currently going for 1,500 a pop.
Okay. Let's see.
Fortune considers.
No points. Vulture will remember this.
And the greater 150 you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see.
No, sorry, that's my mistake. They're 500.
No, you said 150. Must accept the
did,
first
no.
answer.
You're in the wrong
The-
place. Wrong
No,
place.
no, you said 150.
Nope, I didn't.
This is how retail works, bro.
So-
Yeah.
Price not right.
Listen, Gatsby.
I worked in retail, that's not how it fucking works. Sticker price.
I swapped the stickers.
This is-
I noticed. You got shit sleight of hand.
Actually, I do.
You're not a dex fighter, I know what. I know what I'm dealing with.
I get +2 on dex. You know what? Yeah, shit. It was a 15. You definitely would have spotted me.
Probably, yeah.
Okay then. 500 you say for the greater,
Mm-hmm.
not 150.
Mm-mm.
Let's see. Could I have, since Bram's making a couple, could we have 8 regular?
Can do.
400 gold.
400?
400. Begins to pull them off the shelf and stack them on like a nearby tray that's probably got some shit on it already, and he just stacks them on there for now. Right, there we go. Anything else from the potion shelf before I send it back up?
Lyle, any you're still in the shop, any potions?
We'd have noticed if she'd left.
You think? Oh yeah. Any potions you think we might need?
I don't know very much about potions.
See, I'm no expert at that. I know health potions are good.
Do you have an interesting potion?
All kinds. Let's see. So he scrubs his hands together, and he begins pulling out some he goes through them, and there's vials of all different colours here, and he's just muttering to himself as he's going through it, and he pulls out a silvery looking one, a blue one, and a orangish yellow one that seems to have little flickers of red in, but it looks like sometimes there's the big speckles of red, and then sometimes there's none at all. It seems like the potion just kind of shifts a little bit. These are some of the more interesting ones in my opinion.
What do they do?
Let me pull up the rarity. Here we go. Right. So I've got this one. He fills up the blue one as he shakes it and then lets it settle. You can see there's something in there. And this one's a really good one. This one, Potion of Frost Giant Strength. Chug it, don't mind the nail. There's lasts for an hour, but it'll make you as strong as a frost giant. Which, mechanically speaking, that will change your strength score to 23 for an hour.
23. And all the buffs that entails.
Yeah. So for
You get a +6.
yeah, pretty much. So any athletics, strength-based attacks, anything like that, grapple checks, whatever else that you want to do with strength-based things, that would be all of that would buff that.
Okay. Next one.
This one, let me see. I should just really take the potion because I know what I'm looking for.
You know what? For laughs, we should give that frost giant strength to Bran.
Get one better me.
Just watch your Hulk out, it'd be hilarious. Yeah.
But don't tell me.
This is a fun one. I think it's pretty fun. This is a potion of diminution.
Okay.
Make it real small.
Reduce pass.
How small? Are we talking gnome? Are we talking mouse?
Have you ever seen there's a spell that will make you bigger, and that same spell can make you smaller. Chug this, you'll get smaller. Basically, it would reduce your size category by 1. So from medium size, you would become small. From small, you would become tiny. And that lasts for 1d4 hours.
Okay.
Awesome ones on me, so.
Yeah. I could actually fit through dimensions over one of you guys.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Anyone
Yeah,
could?
that could be actually quite useful. To be fair.
And the last one?
Last one.
60 orange and red.
No, that was the orange and red one. The little speckles that grew and shrank. This one, he holds up the silvery one.
Can't say speckles anymore.
Yeah, I
What
can.
are you talking about?
Yeah, it's made of dragons and what. Now this one, pretty rare, pretty hard to make. This is a potion of luck.
Oh. Okay. how does that work exactly?
You chug it and you're lucky. What else do you want? Basically,
Mechanics, please.
well, sorry, Zooks can't explain those. Mechanically,
Go on.
mechanically, you take this potion, and then for the next 8 hours, you would have basically an inspiration.
On everything,
No, you choose when to use it within those next 8 hours.
but only one.
One.
Okay. Alright.
But it's a free inspiration,
So it's a poach fortune spin.
essentially, yeah.
Lyle, any of these tickle your fancy?
Yeah, not for me.
No,
I don't need the strap.
I don't.
Chug it so that you can challenge Granny again.
No, she's still faster than me.
She sure is.
No, I need a potion of haste, not a potion of strength.
There are things like that.
There are death potions.
Yeah. They all sound interesting, but I don't think. Out of curiosity, the potion of diminution. How much is that?
Check the rarity.
And I would like to scavenge your shelves for interesting items. Yes. Something. No, not stick. No.
Not this time.
She's turning over a new leaf.
It shines
And
so
underneath it, an old leaf.
This one would run you, we'll say 2,500.
swept drops to the side.
I'm just trying to think where.
Yeah, make sure.
I'm just trying to think where we might use it. That's the thing.
You don't know until you need it, and then you regret not buying it.
Yeah. I used to watch Nightmare. I know. 2,500.
It's a lot for a utility potion. Just thinking mechanically.
Say again.
It's a lot for a utility potion.
It is. It is.
I also have the enlarge and reduce spell.
That is true as well.
I just don't repair it often because it's very situational.
Every situation.
Yeah, because Bramley doesn't like taking non-damaging spells.
I need to do strength.
I need to wrap up that kill count.
Yeah.
Doing stuff can also be
The Smith
non-lethal.
name.
You know what? If we ever do re-roll, I'm just gonna go cast it with nothing but utility spells.
God. Don't do that.
So, glad.
That's what you grippy bard was.
Yeah.
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 Actual
In fact, I lie. I've already done it. My grippy bard is pure utility. He doesn't like killing. He's an abject
he,
coward.
he leaves off a hollyhock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I go get him, Holly.
Yeah. I'll slow them down. You blast them
I'll
off the
cheer
ship.
you from the back.
And the pure cultist and Sean's fucking sorcerer's like 86 damage. Like dead.
Rancid.
You know what? I'll just take the healing potion.
Alright.
That's it for now.
400 gold then, please.
400.
This one.
What sort of items are you looking for specifically?
Just things that might be useful for someone.
Okay.
Not necessarily just me.
Okay, yeah, but that there's a shit ton of items. I need you to narrow it down to the kind of thing that you are looking for. Like, are you looking for weaponry? Are you looking for armor?
Let's just say, like accessories,
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
like maybe ring, something.
Okay. Roll an investigation for me then.
It's a backseat body cover.
50.
15.
Front and back.
Okay.
It's got a 3D thing.
Let me see.
Don't worry about it.
Hmm?
You'll be fine.
We're just imagining the kind of things that you'd be looking for in a shop like this.
Don't worry about it.
And you keep with backseat bill.
Yeah?
Yeah. You're fine. The box.
Okay.
Well, everybody else cakes, don't worry about it.
Listen, you're half Fey now, anything goes.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see.
Jokes on you. I was always half.
I already had a backseat buddy though. Well, I haven't got the script yet.
Just fine. That's pretty funny. So, looking through, you see like an interesting looking cat. That is it's a very interesting looking cat. That is like a fairly stereotypical kind of hat for a wizard, where it's blue velvet, decorated with golden stars.
Love it.
You know, like
Like
prop
a little
full on the
Mickey
Fantasia
Mouse
Mickey Mouse
Yeah,
hat.
Oh, hat much.
Yeah, the kind of hat that Alice Munch would love.
Yeah.
So that's where that wizard thing went.
Yeah, possibly. And
Trust.
it does look like very antiquated. Like it's very old fashioned, but it still looks like it's an excellent nick considering. But makes sense. Magical items don't often. It's like, because it's like a stereotypical wizard. It's like old school style wizard hat.
What's this hat I do?
That one, that's a fun one. That's a wizard hat.
Generic wizard hat.
Shoving it off that.
It's got the word
Makes your
wizard
spells a bit
sewn into
better.
the brim.
You know, the little
It's like-
stuff helps you out with
Just the
that.
previous one. It's like,
Yeah.
just
If-
carved out. Rory.
Mechanically.
Where the hell's Fred?
You can use it as a spell focus. Naturally.
Nice.
So you can cast your spells through your wizard hat.
I love it. Love it.
But the fun thing is you can try to cast a cantrip that you don't know. The cantrip's got to be on the wizard spell list, and you must make an intelligent, like an arcana check. And if the check succeeds, you can cast the cantrip. But if it fails, so does the spell, and the action's wasted. And you
That's
can't
pretty good.
use, and it can be used once per long rest.
Oh wow. That's pretty good. That's really good.
So basically, you get once a day you can cast anything on the wizard spell list. Oh,
Cantrip.
any cantrip on the
That's
wizard
pretty
spell
cool.
list.
That's really good.
Find anything?
That's cool hat.
That is a cool hat. How much for the cool hat?
That'd be you see, he scratches his chin. 75 gold.
Oh,
Ah, you've got that.
What a tight bitch.
I have got that fudge.
I gave you
I
100
know,
gold the
like,
other
they
day.
all spent his money at the component shop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
Lyle just bought
spell.
incense and a diamond to make sure that the party has a revivify on check.
Ah, see, I didn't see that because I come
Yeah.
into this shop.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, 75. Take 50?
Roll persuasion.
No.
Maybe if you come back, we'll talk about deals.
Alright, well, 75 for now then.
75.
75 it is. Enjoy your new hat.
It's a good look. There's no brim on it. It's just like a pure cone hat.
Like
Just
a,
either-
like a dunce
so,
hat.
Dunce hat, but wizard style.
Brilliant. Fucking love it. Absolutely.
It does require attunement.
Just gonna
so
say,
you
you
know,
level up, the brim
but-
starts coming out.
Yeah.
Starts off as a baseball
It's
cap.
called the hat of
And,
wizardry.
and then the flaps come down, and then the whole thing goes boink,
If you
down all the
want,
way
like,
around.
It's a grow fight.
Look at pictures that were added to it, character.
Could anyone use hat?
It requires attunement by a wizard. So now. Darn. Just multi-class again, forehead.
God. Yeah. Watch your class. Absurd.
Yeah, I made that joke the other week as well. We were talking about level in every class because Bar was talking about
Joking about
yeah.
going into pod.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Be an absolute mess.
Cleric fighter bard. Sounds amazing. Statistically,
See,
no.
then all you'd need is like you'd get war drums and just be like,
Yeah,
do it.
That does sound like a fun class to play though. Fight a cleric bard. That sounds
yeah.
What was it called?
The Hat of Wizardry. It's in Xanthar's Guide to Everything.
Need inspiration.
This antiquated cone-shaped hat is adorned with gold, crescent moons and stars. While you are wearing it, you gain the following benefits. You can use this hat as a spell-casting focus for your wizard spells. You can try to cast a cantrip that you don't know. The cantrip must be on the wizard's spell list.
So it's on decent track.
Yeah, it's a fairly especially given flail and proficiencies.
Don't got caught. Come on.
No, but she's being a wizard. She's got a decent intelligence, and so you've got a decent baseline to work with. What is it? +3, +4? Okay, yeah. So you've only got to roll at 7 or higher for it to succeed.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Can I roll a 7?
And then you can cast any cantrip on the wizard spell list once per long rest. And you can just decide in the moment that is the cantrip that you need. So you can try them out.
What was when you want?
Waiting curses being
In succession.
ones, 3 triple ones.
I've rolled once in a game. I've rolled 6. What time I rolled?
All good?
We're all good.
Right.
Alright, so we've bought the hat, we've bought the potions.
Yep.
We head back outside and meet up with
You
the rest
open
of
the
the
door
group.
and there's a loud bang!
I totally forgot who's there and I duck again.
You're not the only one.
Still cool. It's still really, really,
Mine's not
really
forgetful.
impressive.
Should not have a job.
Listen, it's a very loud noise. I think Bar and Miggle might have been accustomed to hearing cannon fire coming from like a big coastal city. Mira also came from a coastal city, but being a noble away from it, unlikely. Bar being a blacksmith, he would have potentially even made some cannons and cannonballs. Miggle's just like seems like a little gutter rat who hung around the docks for stuff. So yeah, that sort of thing.
Everyone should go down, there's me still.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough,
So-
although a lot of the ships that came in obviously sported cannons, where our docks were, it was very much a safe,
Well, potentially.
safe harbour and
oh,
a
yeah,
safe,
yeah.
safe patch of water.
Well, probably.
So very rarely did we hear
Well,
cannons.
probably what happened was Morningstar took Falchion out on one of the ships to
Oh, yeah.
test the cannons.
At least, yeah.
At least once, just because it's cool. And I think at the time Falchion was only little. It was like, fuck yeah, cannons!
Explosions.
No.
Yeah.
Mum made it.
Probably, yeah.
You have to take it.
Be nice to
Alright,
little
so-
brother.
It's a right to some fucking vest. Take him with you.
No, Falchion's mom was the only one who liked him.
Take him fucking with you. Take the little shit with you. Take the little shit with you.
You've definitely not read my backstory.
No.
Yeah, like over a year later, mate. So no.
I have a PDF.
To be fair, you've got a pretty good backstory, and I like the.
You know what? I actually really enjoyed writing it.
Yeah,
I
I
just
really
sat down
like
one
all
night
the
and went,
different like family connections and stuff, and
Yeah.
like how they work with Falchion. That's really good feedback for the DM. Shit like that.
I will let you read it. That was pretty good. Right.
So party reconvenes in town square after hearing some loud disturbances coming from the magic shop.
What did you buy?
I wasn't really interested in
potions for the
shopping.
group.
Can I say that I did a little
I got 8
Yeah, go for a
regular
roll,
human potions.
performance
I
check
figured
for me.
if Brown's making a couple, that'll bring us up to around about
Not
10,
bad, not bad. That's
which
quite a lot.
is 1 each in a spare.
Okay.
What's the hat?
I'll say it's
Talk to Lyle about that one.
it's
What's the
probably 10, 11 o'clock at this point, so it's fairly busy.
It looks good.
You manage to get a total of 7 gold, which is pretty much all in coppers and silvers, so you've done pretty well there for just people going past and tossing a few small change.
Looks good.
It looks good.
It's a hot hat.
Where to next?
Bear in mind, you need to spend an hour to attune to it.
On the road.
Yeah.
Got the rubber.
Chill on.
That one there.
Chill on Falchion's shoulder for an hour as you attune to it.
You wanted to go to a guard tower?
I think we wanted to ask if anyone had seen any of the guards and heard of that wonderful, wonderful travelling troupe that we helped with our generous donation of all our fucking money.
Yeah.
And
They did their cause greatly.
yes, we did.
Just to know, ask the guards if they recognise the description of them.
One of them's called
What?
Maximilian.
What are you doing? Meagle.
What am I doing?
Yeah.
Migle.
As the party heads towards the guard tower.
Oh, I won't be going with them.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking. So.
No, I've done my busking. I'll sit and have a smoke outside. Maybe down in an alleyway or something like
Nice. Shady alleyway man. With his pipe.
that. I'll wear my cloak as well. That's it.
Well, no, it's not done.
Oh.
Yeah, easy enough to do. Just for funsies, roll me a stealth check.
Oh boy.
Oh, I'm
Invisible
Oh,
have I still got my Christmas inspiration? I don't think I've used it, have I?
No.
No, it's good.
Healing potions.
Stealth.
Yeah. Which actually should be pretty good for me because it's
Begins with an S.
18.
Easy. Okay.
That's good.
That's very good.
It's better than Mira has ever rolled on initiative.
It's better than I would have done.
Even with the plus 4 sash.
Because of how low I can roll.
It's outstanding.
It's
I think
amazing.
at this point we just need to kill her off and get like a new character and
Yeah.
see if it's the
I have
character
so
or if
many.
it's just
So many to
like
go.
I'm not going to be like shady. I'm just like chilling.
No, I know. It's
close
just
on,
to stay out of sight.
playing with my rat.
Yeah, no. Is that what the kids say these days?
Playing with the rats.
Back in my day, we used to call it playing with the rat.
That is officially our vault.
Okay.
And see, I had everything on the same page, so that's what the party is carrying, or at least what Falchion is carrying for the
Nice.
party. So that's party funds, and then that is the vault.
There you go.
How much can I steal?
The Royal Bank of Falch.
I'm just trying to keep track
Just
of it.
send him walking around the lower city looking fancy again. That'll soon go.
Yeah,
I get 400 platinum.
that was our payment for killing the Fey Spider.
Oh right.
Because
Why is it in the bank?
we got, was it $5,000? I think you got from that, or $6,000.
It was 6,
6.
I believe.
So we took 2, and we put the other 4
Yeah, Falchion
away
opens an account
because
to put in the
because
bank.
I didn't want to be carrying $6,000 through the fucking woods.
Was the Fey Spider thing back in Holland Spire, or was that somewhere else?
No, the face spider thing was in Aldhaven.
That was Altaden.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of timeline.
Yeah.
Like, it's been a
Yeah,
while since I've
that was before we met Bradley's boyfriend.
Oh, little pervert, yeah.
Little bit there, Jakey hold her hand.
Mira's getting all fucking defensive. Who are you? What are your intentions with me, with Bradley?
What are your intentions with me?
That as well.
You can have him.
I hope you're here to kill him. I'll help.
He'll do worse. You can have do to him.
He'll be dead soon anyway, it'll be fine.
Take him, see how long he lasts.
Right, so, God, house. Oh, did we roll for stealth, by the way? Didn't find out
Yeah,
what for
you
stealth.
did.
Okay.
Right.
He rolls an 18.
Yet still sore.
Stealth boy.
Yeah. Lale, you spot Miggle chilling in an alleyway, playing with his rat. Suspiciously.
You ever hear him going, they suspect nothing, Jim?
They'll never know. I will kill them first. So you head up to the guardhouse, given that it's pretty busy at the moment, given that it's midday. It looks to be that people are coming in to get ready to swap shifts. So it seems a bit busier than normal, or the last time that bar approached, definitely. But yeah, you see, it's just a small little outpost kind of thing to keep an eye on.
Is there any more posters of me?
There is one. There is one on. Miggle wouldn't be able to see it, but there is one in the guardhouse itself. Some of the actually, yeah. To be fair, Miggle's far enough away; he wouldn't be able to see it. On the board outside, there are higher bounties. One of which is Miggle's.
Miggle takes his own one close to them.
He's not there.
I'm hiding.
He's hiding in the alley with Jim.
I just saw it being mentioned. What the fuck?
You've been mentioned.
You've been
Do
summoned.
not mention.
Yeah, leave me alone, peasants. I'm busy. Don't you know I'm
Busy playing
D&D?
God.
I'm playing D&D. I have no time to respond to questions about your D&D.
Too busy playing basic maths.
Yeah, to be fair, I have just started.
Interactive
I have just
storytelling
started a new
featuring
campaign. Which is actually, it's going to be set in Saran, which is the continent to the north of the north. So, I head up to the guardhouse and inquire with one of the guards at the desk. Looks to be a human. Maybe middle-aged. He's got a bit of grey on the sides, stuff. Hello there.
You're the one who wanted to walk
Hello.
over.
Oh, hi, Rowan.
Hello there.
Looking for something?
Actually, we're just wondering if you had any information about a travelling musician group. Maybe they've come through Dragonbush recently.
What about them? There's many travellers that come through.
It's a
here.
group. It's a group for
Okay.
the most distinguishable. It's this green tea with golden out and notes on.
Interesting. I'll make a note of that, but I don't recall the description.
I'm trying to
We-
show you,
we-
it doesn't look very good.
Encountered them along the road from
I
Moorcliff
think it's like a possum or a rat.
towards the main road
That's
along
it.
the river.
Well,
We had agreed to escort them to Althaven, and unfortunately, they double-crossed us. They took all our belongings, and this is why we're looking for them. But if you do see them, just be aware.
I'll make a note of it.
And
the group of feet.
don't trust them. Don't let them make deals with anyone in town.
No, if we can see them, we'll
Criminals.
we'll take them into custody and question them.
Thank you. Besides the money, did they take anything belongings
No.
or anything?
No,
No,
because they
Just
took
cash.
what was easiest.
Yeah.
I am missing exactly 1 platinum, 19 gold and 1 silver. I don't take many notes. But for that one.
I make a note when I'm double harassed.
Thing is, that's
So I
canon.
know
That's
to
canon. That
kill.
was Bram telling
That
the girls
was,
that.
yeah.
Bram's got the exact amount she's over.
Bram-
I don't remember
No.
much, but I remember this.
When I've been wronged.
And you say I'm obsessed with money.
Bradley's obsessed with murder and revenge.
Yes.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
I remember how much I 496 gold
I can't remember how much I had.
for 5 days.
Sucks to be you, loser.
I lost like 50 gold.
Yeah. To be
Not
fair,
much.
Falcher
Never
probably
break
lost the
down to
most
begin
because he
with.
usually hoards the party fund.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bird, dragon hoarder, dragon boy.
So,
Hang on,
Well-
I just spent 400 quid on supplies for the party. What are you doing? Stroking a rat in an alley?
tooting your pipe and stroking your rat.
What it does
Filthy.
best.
How did the kids
What
talk
he does
into
best. Look, he's approaching the time.
Me.
You'll get put on a list, Miggle.
some lists?
There's a name for people like you, Miggle. Old.
I'll just say, thanks for your time.
Nick,
Welcome.
good luck on your travels.
Thank you.
You haven't seen this criminal on this poster, have you?
Yeah.
It's just,
When everyone else walks away, I'm like, you see this person on the poster? There's a suspicious looking gnome in an alley over there. No, I wouldn't. I would never do that. No.
Not yet.
I hear
So this reward money you're talking about,
Helma? That's
That's fine.
isn't it like $2.5 grand or
Yeah,
something?
yeah, 100%. 2,500 gold.
Man, I could afford that potion.
Yeah.
trade me good
I
friend.
know, man, that's not a bad show. The potion would be more useful.
Absolutely fucking funny. Poor Miggle. He dies of heartbreak.
Next time you want heroism, you can get screwed.
I don't believe in healing nobles anymore, bitch.
Never did.
Yeah, did a what boy?
Yeah, I can feel me.
I think he slipped. He was aiming at Bram.
Right,
Right, so we've got our potions, we've got our supplies.
I've got the information, but little off.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Before we leave, is there anything we need to do?
No.
Besides say goodbye to
Say
Granny
goodbye
and
to Granny.
and,
Say goodbye to Gran.
We need to find someone to ask about the druids.
Mummy and Daddy Smith.
Well,
Roll me a charisma check.
Me.
Yeah.
Yes.
nobody speaks to you for the rest of your life.
Dialogue.
So now one is
That's not
No.
wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't want yeah.
no speaks to you for the rest of your life.
Yeah. Well, you go into panic mode as you realise the group's about to head off. So it's just, oh shit! I don't know anything about the druids. And so you start running around like, have you heard about these druids? And just like bothering people, and people are like, oh, go find your mummy. Like, brush off. And you're just like, I already did. She's back home.
Surely Granny Smith.
Love, you're a druid.
Yeah. What are you hiding from?
Granny Smith not know
Well,
about.
one of them just looks at you and holds up a mirror.
You can ask.
Yeah, go ask Granny Smith.
Do you reckon Granny would know?
I don't know. She doesn't, I don't think she ventures out into the jungle.
Well,
She's
not
been an
anymore.
adventurer for years.
Not anymore. She must have contacts.
A druid enclave is. Would they move around?
You don't know. Never encountered them.
I'd assume they would. I wouldn't want to stay in one place.
Yeah, we tried to keep you on one place.
Yeah.
That's a Charlie.
Yeah, that's what you've got the baby harness on.
That's a druid trait.
Yeah, you got that baby leash.
I had a baby.
Click it and then she just.
Can you like drip craft like small sapling?
Yeah, easy. Got 4.
I mean,
Yeah, sure. But
Well, wants a houseplant.
what kind?
She eats it.
Apple.
whatever you feel for.
Grab some apple seeds for you.
Easy enough to do. In Bramley's palm, these small gathering of apple seeds begin to go through just rapid germination in a hand. You see the shell begins to like crack open, and the tiny little tentacle roots begin to creep out, and the tiny little green sapling pokes out the top.
So, not going to spend much time, but let's, just before you leave, I'm going to leave the tent of Gwen.
Nice, I like that.
Oh, and I also give Brad 50 gold there.
Nice.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. You now have 300 gold worth of diamonds back.
Yay!
So instead of 250, you've got 300. It's like maybe a fingernail size diamond that you add into the small little cluster.
I need to read the character sheet. There's so
They're
much.
not very
Even
big.
so, if I had a diamond that big, I'd be made up.
Yeah.
That'd be-
That's the thing. It's like when you say like a 300 gold worth of diamond, it's like a handful of tiny little ones. It's not like, and when
It's
people
not like a 300.
yeah. When you say a 500 gold worth diamond, that's like people thinking, "Whoa, it's a big chunk of diamond." It's not. It's like that big, you know.
You stay when I say 500 pound. I mean, apple big.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brandon, hold this.
Done.
It's what you would have wanted. As you would have wanted to go. 500 pounds worth of diamond.
It's true, it's true.
Let my death be a glamorous one.
I would also choose that for me.
That's how you make a good diamond.
The sad
The
truth
best
is, if you got
kind.
cremated, the diamond would go with it.
Yeah.
The diamond's burnt.
Then I can get all our ashes turned into a new diamond.
Recycle.
Yeah?
Circle of life.
Die quite
Circle of sparkle.
Right.
He's got dragon sense.
Unfortunately, it's Chris himself who's got the dragon sickness, and there's no cure in this world.
Just time and lots and lots and lots of tissue to blow you down.
Yeah, that kills everyone eventually.
I've had the sneezy cold recently, but not the coffee cold. That was a while ago.
See, I'll take sneezes over coughs any day of the week.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I agree with you there, really.
I can sneeze. It's more cough.
that's fair. Depends on how bad.
It's
the
not
cough
even
is.
that sneezy for me. I think it's
Bad the other
more
day.
just.
Yeah, you know that one where you just, it
Take
will
it.
not go and you
Yeah.
cough and you cough and you cough. 5
Yeah.
minutes.
Oh.
5 minutes constant.
I had like when we had that really bad cough, that just fucking lasted for 50 years.
Yeah.
Just constant tickling cough, and
That's
it
what
gets to
it's
the
like.
point where I'm just like coughing that much, I feel like I'm gonna throw up.
Yeah,
I had
You just
stitch.
keep going like.
I had the stitch. My stomach was that, you know, from the constant.
Yeah. So everyone done before you head off.
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah.
Do we know where
No.
the druids are?
No.
Somewhere in Grasping Facts for
Which is a big
So
forest.
we'll go to the
Somewhere
forest.
on this continent.
We'll go to the forest and we'll find out.
somewhere over the rainbow.
Way up high.
We need to find someone who travels through the forest.
How heavy is the pie though?
Any rangers, arrangers,
Sorry,
dunno.
I didn't hear
hunters,
what you
local
said to begin with.
hunters.
Well,
Find
that's
them. Ask them about if they've seen any.
Well, that's what your charisma check was for.
Oh. Oh yeah.
The one where you rolled a nat one. That's
We'll
that
get
was
through
the
them
one
now.
actually. That was the.
Tara failed a history check and forgot she made the charisma.
I did.
I think I
Tara
just remember
from
my dream from last night. Was it like a spooky old house? I know you were there.
Ooh.
Get out of my house.
Get out of my spooky house.
Is where you realise
And
you
that's
weren't
what you're
dreaming, you
saying
just
to
gone to my house.
Becca.
Just Michael's just asleep.
Yeah. I was like, why are you in my house?
Yeah. Becca was visiting you as your sleep paralysis demon.
Hi there. Just roll a d20 for me. Roll a d20.
No, that's when I visit.
Sleep paralysis demon is such a dream job.
It's a shit
What a
job as well.
career goal.
It's a shit
What a
job as well.
fucking
Which one?
porn.
Sleep paralysis demon.
Dream
Stand in the corner of the room and run away. Shit job. How you doing?
Listen, it depends on the pay. I'll stand in the corner.
Yeah. Minimum wage, I'll do it. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, to be fair, I'm not.
We'll do that now.
Save.
No, let's get 20 years.
It's easier because if I'm a sleep paralysis demon, I can just ignore whoever I'm haunting all
Yeah.
night instead of having to help them.
Fully
Switch off,
paralysis.
yeah.
Me going to kill the rest.
Slight change of job description.
Yeah, it's very slight, isn't it? I'm basically a sleep paralysis demon as it is.
I'm just counting your breaths.
Making sure you're alive.
He's next to me.
Do you want to drink? I'm just gonna go make a cup of herb, back.
That's what Paul guy saw.
Yeah,
Sleep
Paul.
Paul up the stairs. Sorry. But that's what Paul guy
Yeah.
saw. Please, sleep paralysis demon after making a cup of tea. You shit, Paul guy.
The light comes on in the back of in the corner of the room, and it's just me watching stuff on YouTube. Sorry,
I walk back over to the guard station and I ask, I said, by the way, we're making ready to leave town. You haven't heard of a, what did they call it? A druid conclave? Anywhere nearby?
Please.
Not personally, no. But I imagine if there is one, it'd be rather away from towns and settlements like this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we figured as much. We were just wondering about a general direction.
I'm sorry, I can't be more help there.
That one.
Okay. No problem.
Get in the forest.
Thanks anyway.
I guess we'll find out when we get there.
So, where do we head, Bram? Which forest are we going to?
The Grasping Vines Forest.
Grasping Pines. Do you know the direction to that?
Southeast.
That's our direction.
So
Should we go and say goodbye to Granny?
Yes, we need to.
And Mum and Dad?
Naturally. Who cares about that?
Naturally.
So, you get back and Granny and Pizzazz and Rosas are in the back garden, working working on the garden and the plants and stuff. Checking for any insect infestations and things like that. Doing a bit of watering and getting rid of any weeds that crop up. So they're all in the back garden working when you return home for the final time.
Is she gonna die?
Yeah, Bramley.
Dragon it.
Bless you.
And they look up as Bramley sneezes. Hello, Bramley. How are you doing, dear?
I'm doing good, thank you. How's you feeling now you're back at home?
That was Granny.
Oh, well.
Sorry.
Sorry, Granny.
She's been in the
I
shop.
forgot that was Mother.
No, I had my old lady voice on.
Forget what I just said, Granny.
I did. It's the Alzheimer's.
That's good, that's good.
Think me, Scott.
I think Bramley's got that thinking that was her mum.
So, Granny,
Yes.
how are my parents doing? Do you think they're okay?
They seem to be adjusting quite well, but
No side
Oh.
effects?
I'll keep an eye on it. Don't worry. And
I'll trust
ship
you.
them off to a temple if there's any fucking nonsense going on.
Granny!
These Fae.
He's fucking fine.
Yeah. I've warned them I don't know how many times.
Sorry, Granny.
You two,
Sorry.
stop messing about with the Fae. They're dangerous.
Blair's in the corner like,
Layla's dangerous.
that's
She is,
true
yeah.
actually. Doubly dangerous now, you got a pet.
No, I have a family. Well, I'm a pet.
Fucking pet.
No, to be fair, mechanically, familiars are different from pets.
Yeah, one begins with a P. And the other one begins with an F.
One needs petrol.
Yeah, you
one
can't
needs
cast
diesel.
spells through a pet.
Same thing.
You can.
No, you
You can
you can cast spells into a pet.
Wear it like a sleeve.
Oh, is that what Miguel was doing with the gym? Oh no.
Jim the spell focus.
Too late, you're already thinking about it. So, no, I'll keep a close eye on them just in case.
Oh, Granny. We're going to be heading out soon to look for a group of druids in the nearby forest. Would you and the girls happen to have picked up any gossip about these druids? Have you got some tea to spill?
Well, as Theodora was had travelling down that way, she passed one of the smaller little villages there, and these druids are causing quite a bit of trouble, it seems.
Trouble?
I believe so, yes.
No,
No,
they're in trouble,
no.
not they are not the trouble.
Oh, okay.
No, causing trouble, you said, didn't you?
Yes.
So they are the trouble?
Fucking them, we'll kill them.
No! No! Save them!
Oh, sorry. We'll save everyone by
Yeah.
killing them.
No.
No.
The save from his brutal life.
Yes. Well,
Go.
she was on the way down to Woodwood to visit her grandson, and that's where she encountered the village. Yes, quite a bit of to do.
We have a direction.
Okay then.
Yeah, we're heading more south now. Towards Woodwin.
What was the name of the village?
Woodwin.
She did say the name of the village.
Oh, she just said a village.
Yeah,
On
she
the way to
passed a
Woodwin.
village on the way to Woodwin, and Bramley, knowing the area, you would know that there is a slightly more dangerous path that cuts between the
It's come on, Red. Oh,
rather than going straight through the forest, which is fucking death.
Yeah.
There's a bit of space that is between the mountain range and the forest itself, and
I'd probably travelled it from the way
You
to...
gotta go through like that.
quite possibly, yeah. It was definitely safer to travel like the main road. It was much quicker to cut down along the pathway there. But then there you're at risk from both the creatures of the mountains, if any of them happen to come out far enough to hunt. And then there's the creatures of the forest as well. So it's a bit dangerous if you're not, equipped to deal with it. But it does mean that there's less foot traffic and less chance of bandits or highwaymen, which is the main problem of the main road.
We've experienced that. Right. So, we have a direction.
Yes. Oh, should we stay the night here?
What time is it now?
about midday.
Midday-ish, yeah. By the time you've done your last minute shopping and your supply grabbing, things like that.
Before you leave, do you want to tell Granny a little secret about your boyfriend?
No, I don't.
Megan said this out loud. Megan
Did Miguel say this out loud in front of...
No.
Jim did.
I feel like Miguel probably would actually, because Miguel was like pro Barlet, or he'd be like, oh, Granny, I must tell you. I must tell you, Brandy's got a secret, she's got a boyfriend.
You've got to leave this
Make
boy.
me go now!
I reckon he would.
Fireball.
She lays how to cast
The one
it.
and only time you learn how to cast it.
It's out of embarrassment.
I feel like if Miguel gets drunk this last night, then he probably would be like, oh, Granny, listen up.
Well, are you heading off midday,
I
or
would
are
like
you staying the
to
night?
change my spells around.
You know what? I would have no problem sticking around one more time.
Okay.
Shoot.
I was thinking the same thing.
Were those muffins good earlier?
They were excellent.
Excellent one.
Excellent bit of
Forgotten. How many spells I should prepare.
As yeah, it
Ui,
was
I
a good
can
muff.
change my spell.
It was delicious and moist.
lovely moist muff.
Can you not change your spells?
No, I can't.
Oh.
You can get various toppings.
Various toppings of the muff.
Not him, Matt. It's 5 out of 6 spells original.
Right.
Since we are staying the night, and this is our
Spells
last
and
night,
Wisdom level.
Party. Let's get Granny drunk.
yeah, I'm gonna say, should we break out the wine
Level.
and
Level.
you know, and the Fey tobacco, and
Yeah, if you want.
make a party of it, like a go and go away party, a farewell party to mum and dad and gran.
It does feel like
Oh,
the
that
end of
sounds
a major arc in a way.
It does.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
it's
Bradley's
a
dead,
major
yeah.
character arc for Bram. I mean, you found your mum and dad.
Well,
And for
Well, for
Leia.
time-
I still
home.
have 4 bottles of drums. One.
Does anyone want anything from the
That sounds like a plan.
No, I'm all good.
Anyone for anything?
Water back.
Water?
Actually, can I have a water?
A Coke?
Oh, we can have a quick break here if we want.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll come back for the party.
Yeah. All right, you guys. We'll be back in a tick. Slap the mic.
Hit.
once more. So you get back you decide to spend one more night. One more night.
What have you done?
She forgot to do her spells. She's like,
the only reason I'm not.
that's the only reason. That's the only reason we're staying a little
Come on without me.
Granny, I'm moving in.
Back.
It's alright.
Yeah.
We've got the leash, it's got so much fun, the extension, then she can go.
Family just leaves the campaign. Yeah. One with less spells.
Yeah, I'll be a fighter.
Things will stick. Be a paladin. You get because you get your charisma plus half your levels worth of spells. So it's like you'd only be dealing with 4 plus your wisdom. I don't know. Is it 8? Which actually is I want to level up my paladin.
Alright, shall we get going?
Yes. Nursing a bit of a hangover, taking coffee the next morning.
What do you mean Bradley's got a boyfriend?
I'm actually tempted to tell her, you know.
She's upstairs studying her spell book.
I'm actually tempted to say something.
As a
Yeah, go on, fucking away.
Granny Smith is packing you up some lunch for
Nice.
along the way. Here you go.
Proper granny picnic.
Yeah.
It is.
Here you go. Take care of yourself, dears, and make sure to keep practicing.
Oh, I will, absolutely. I go over there and I kneel down, I give Johnny a big hug.
She's your little pat on the back.
See you soon.
Oh, I hope so. And make sure that next time, maybe not on poker night.
To be fair, we didn't know it was poker night.
Can I actually do tell her about Bartlett?
Yeah, if you want to.
So the night before we're having a quiet drink.
Oh, is this night before, not before they're going? Because that's going to change, because then... If you want to do it before you're going, or are you going to do it when
I'll do
you're
it before we go,
wasted?
not like as I'm on the way out the door. Oh, well, fine!
No, I mean, while Bradley's
Something.
upstairs getting
Yeah,
shit
I'll
ready.
tell her over breakfast or something.
Nice.
Niggle, you're a
Okay.
bad grassy.
He's a gossip!
They fold under questioning, that's all I'm saying.
Should I or should I not? I feel like
I think Miggle
It would be up
That's
to
a big
you.
one as well, yeah.
You're the only one who can inform this decision.
I think
Miggle also knows Granny Smith, so it's like, oh, you're
Well,
Bran.
Granny Smith will know Bartlett as well. won't she?
Yeah?
Yeah.
The gnomes, they all know each other.
It's a very small community.
Go on,
They're all
I'll-
related in some way.
Do you think this?
Oh no. Terrible.
You'll know.
So,
It's like when you
as you're like chatting over
have you ever had that when you're older? Especially
breakfast and stuff.
Oh, Granny Smith, I should think I should probably tell you that. You know, we all look out for Bradley, and we're obviously very fond of her.
Oh
But
yes, of
on
course.
our travels, she met a friend of the family, and
Oh.
you might know him. I think his name was Bartlett.
Oh, but it was a sweet young lad.
He was lovely,
What's he off
absolutely
doing
lovely.
these days?
Just adventuring and assisting struggling communities after a recent attack. But yeah, no,
That's a
lovely
wonderful
lad.
lad.
We noticed that him and Bram became quite close, quite friendly, and you know,
Oh.
we did keep an eye on her and make sure that everything was okay, and he was very respectful. But just forward left. It was
I'm sitting in the corner
hopefully
with
we'll see
coffee.
him
just
again.
I'm eating popcorn! The rest of the table's all just like, what the fuck, Mingle?
This is normal in Gnomish society.
Gnomes love to gossip.
Gnomes love to
Fairly
gossip,
different.
and
Gnomes are absolutely rabid gossips.
no, the Gnomish courting
It's the
ritual
whole
says that
thing,
you
then,
must tell
when
your
you get
family.
into
Everyone knows everything in Gnomish culture.
Yeah, because they'll tell each other.
We make sure she's looked after, obviously, and she's
Of
fine,
course.
but
Bartlett.
Granny's
So where's Bartlett at the moment? So I can get him.
What was
So I can kill him.
What was the village called?
In the dialogue.
Yes.
What was it called? I can't remember.
Where we met Bartlett.
Yeah.
Bartlett's village. Going with Bartlett, innit?
Yeah.
That one.
What was it called? I can't remember. What was it called?
Miguel desperately trying to for the rest of
Because I need to gossip.
Honestly, I don't quite know Granny, but you know,
It's still with that.
not too far away.
Alright. Interesting to know, thank you.
John's like, Terry, don't protect him.
Yeah.
I'll get to him first.
I feel like it'd be funny as on the way out the house, Granny's was gonna be like, "Oh, I know you have a secret, probably."
I know what you
secret,
did
Nigel?
last summer.
What secret?
Granny's going to have to message scrub up. Get the girls back together.
We have one more question.
It'll be an easy one.
What?
Take him out.
Just one last.
Kill an impudent whelp. Not good enough for my family.
Go on, yeah, okay, we'll start heading out now then.
As we
You've
leave,
come
there's
down from doing your
on the car
steps.
post is a wanted poster with Bartlett.
I need to be careful on the way out of town, don't I? Really?
700,000.
And a cup of tea.
He's got a lot of cries to see.
No, the crime list is just imposing upon my brand.
Yeah. On the poster is wanted alive, we'll do the rest.
Come on,
Yeah, as the rest of the group shuffles off, Granny takes you aside.
You getting the tour?
Yes, Gran.
You've been getting into some pretty dangerous things, Miranda. You know that I only want the best for you, but boys don't.
We've said this.
Of course, Granny, you told me many times.
Yes. So I've heard that you ran into again with Bartlett.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
What are his intentions towards you, dear?
We'll just find the windows.
Well, we're old friends, aren't we? We grew up together.
Yes, you were quite close, I recall.
Still quite close.
Just make sure he takes you for dinner first.
First?
Yes.
First before what?
Before
What's
he
second?
holds your hand, dear.
I refill my coffee.
Polymorph into a mouse.
That's the first stage of the 47-step no reporting ritual.
Dinner.
It's a shit.
Like step 32 is going to be pooping together. Because that's important.
What?
That's an important part of Gnomish culture! Pooping together.
You've got to be able to trust that you can poop together if the relationship's
It's
going
got to
to
be
work
on
out.
the list somewhere.
Absolutely it is.
At that point, make a broad face into a
That's what I thought.
Listen, you can poop with friends and family. If you can poop with friends and family,
Friends and
that's
family.
fine. If it's a romantic intention, you've got to make sure you want to poop with that person for
Yeah,
the rest of your
It's
life.
part
That's
of
true.
making
Well,
sure
if
that
you
they're a
keep-
dependable partner that you can poop with them.
Either way, you're clasping hands, so.
Yeah, exactly. I forget who we were up to.
You were polymorphing and running away.
You're a smart girl, Bramley, and I trust you to make your own decisions. Just don't run into things without thinking them through first.
I would never do that.
Granny Smith insight checks. She's a plus 40 with advantage.
She knows.
I've just dribbled as well.
Oh god.
Just make sure you look after yourself in more ways than one. And she presses the little bracelet into your hand.
Aww.
Take care of yourself.
What little bracelet?
Your bracelet, Granny.
She's got a collapsible shield.
So just have to carry around the
Yeah.
Yay!
The shield I never used is gone.
It's already
Gone.
invisible, the other
Gone.
shield, so it's just frisbeeing. Someone that got no idea what it was.
Head of flying in a tree.
Come back and be a nest.
Yay!
Probably it's what probably would have wanted.
Right,
That's
we're all
true, actually.
getting our gear
That's a good
together and
idea.
making our way out.
You have it's called a collapsible shield. I can write out a little item card for you, but it's basically it's just a bracelet when it's collapsed. When you need to activate it, you need to use a bonus action to flick it out, shield up, and again to reduce it back to a bracelet, bonus action. So just bear that in mind going into any combat situations that your arm class is too lower until you have your shield out. And I'm going to assume, because it's Bramley, your shield is not out unless you say it's out.
Yeah, that's a
You
fair
might-
thing to assume.
You might want big capital letters at the top.
Yeah.
I know, that's what I'm looking
Put a
at.
note of it on your
I am.
sheet.
Two
Shield
left.
in combat.
So what's your AC normally without the shield?
50.
15.
Yeah.
And then it's
So with the shield it'd be
17.
17.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know what I can do.
Is that it?
I can't fucking type it.
A highlighter before.
So you
To
can
hide-
remember
Oh.
to get your shield out. Put a green one if that's it.
Smoke drip.
Indeed.
What's your dexterity modifier?
Me.
Yeah.
+1.
Okay. Your dex should be 16 because I believe you took the Dragon Guard.
Me? Did
Yeah.
I?
Yeah. It was the breastplate you
Yes,
found.
you're right. I've got that on.
Yeah. That's a +1 breastplate, so it's 14. But because it's a +1, 15 plus your dexterity. So it's 16. With a shield, it's 18.
Oh.
Did you
I'm
note
just-
down?
just gonna-
Did
I'm
you
just gonna
note
say
down
yeah,
what colour it was?
Which? The shield?
The breastplate.
No, it didn't actually.
Did you just write down Dragon Guard?
Yeah, Dragon Guard armor, brown.
Okay. I'm
One true colour.
One colour to
Brown
put
colour.
up. It's prismatic.
Oh no, that's right.
In the darkness, fine.
Okay, yeah, sounds.
Why, what colour is it?
No, it's it was something that I misread on the thing. So, just to remind you, you have advantage on saving throws against breath weapons of creatures that have the dragon type.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Did we
Yeah.
have a card for that? I'm sure we did. I
No,
haven't
because
got
it's an
I don't think
actual
so.
item in the
Ah,
game.
right.
I very
That'll
rarely
be
write
why.
out
Yeah, that'll
cards for items that are actual items.
So not that I would, but if I used a breath weapon on Bram, she'd get a saving throw against it.
She'd get advantage on that saving throw, yeah.
Nice.
Alright.
Yeah. So,
I'm gonna try it now.
mhm. But so that might be, I believe, like wyverns have a breath weapon. They might not. They might just be bites. I don't remember. But there are like a number of different. That.
Kobolds don't have breath weapons.
No.
No, but they're also humanoid.
So, 16 and 18, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Good. That's nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot actually that have. Technically, the Fairy Dragon Familiar is classed as a dragon.
Don't use your breath attack on me.
No.
Speckles, what do you have to do with that?
What?
Tibra.
Control,
Yes,
your,
yeah.
control your pet.
Do it fast enough.
How do you spell shield?
S-H-I-E-L-D.
I-E.
I-E, yeah.
Like
I know, it sounds like it should be S-H-E because of she, but
Yeah.
it's S-H-I-E-L-D.
That's
Field.
stupid.
Yeah, she-eld.
Child.
Child, yeah.
Because I've got this
Should we have a
app.
child after that?
That looks better.
Because I've got this
That'd
app
be a
that just
different,
like
very different game.
compiles everything from various like sources. I've got like I've got monster
Yeah,
stat
I've only
blocks
ever
from
seen
like
like the
everything,
chunks
including
of
adventures. So there's
Ooh.
I've just typed in like
I don't know
dragon
what
to
to
have a
do.
nosy through it, and I saw one that's just called like Otto, and I was like, what the fuck? Who's Otto? It turns out Otto is apparently a fey dragon, according to his stat block.
Can we meet him?
Now, because he's in Lost Mines of Fanelda, from the looks of things.
Oh,
So bring him
Fanelda.
here.
Maybe, I don't know.
Otto. Can we just call a dragon Otto?
You can do if you want to.
Sounds nice.
Do you mean
It's gonna fit the viewer,
those ones?
Is Otto in there? Let's have a look at Otto.
Hang on. Check that. If not, yeah, it'll be in that one.
Yeah.
Lost Mines of Fidelda.
Oh, that's me.
Nice Albert.
That was the game I started all those many years ago with my mates.
It's a very difficult opening.
I've never played it.
Mandela.
Yeah.
Very difficult opening.
Oh, nice. So apparently there are
Yeah,
dragon
that's
there's dragon
like five
turtles
balls
which
in it from the
class
start.
class as dragons.
You didn't do that. I
Yeah,
just pitted it.
according to this, and they have a steam breath.
Yeah, the five balls are cool. Party of that one of them first.
Hilarious. I'll kill you with this. Right. Yeah, there's there's dragon turtles that have a steam breath. So you get advantage of those if you ever encounter one when I want to kill you. To be fair, you might be able to handle it, potentially, probably not actually. It's pretty high challenge rating.
Apparently it's called Venom Fang.
That's a green dragon. Yeah.
Yeah, that would make sense,
That's Otto.
considering the name.
Alright. Could be a black dragon.
It could be anything you want if you name it that. But it might eat you if it didn't like the name.
True.
Dragons!
Difficult.
Right.
They're just dragon things.
Onwards.
Onwards and upwards.
Where do we go?
So,
Bruh, no.
Bramley knows the route. But we've got 35 minutes before
Indeed.
it ends. So heading out of Dragonbush, you begin to make your way around the town towards the mountains, which are extremely visible from Dragonbush, and it doesn't take too long before the forest itself comes into view as well. You rested, so it's a full day. Full day's travel. Who is leading the way?
I'll stay close to the front.
I'll leave.
I'll be near the front. I'm familiar with the roads.
Fortune, if you are leading, I would like a perception check, please.
Can I assist?
Yes, Fortune, you can have advantage.
51. That's an 8.
Nice.
With advantage.
With advantage.
Could be worse, could be me.
Yeah, that's true. What would Mira roll with advantage then?
15.
To be fair, actually, yeah, you get advantage anyway.
Regardless, yeah.
Yeah. All them eyes. Eyes for days.
Yeah. 360-degree light.
What a fucking absolute banger of a abridged series. The Helsing ones.
I love the Helsing Bridge.
I almost like it more than the dubbed one.
The normal one, yeah. No.
Helsing Bridge is great.
So funny. Heading further down. Falcon, you're leading the way, and Bramley, you're helping him keep an eye, but you're stressed because someone snitched about Bartlett.
Has she realised who it could be?
I don't know. You can roll some insight if you want to.
Ooh.
Do you care that much about Granny knowing about Bartlett for you to hunt down the party member who snitched?
She'd like to know
I'm gonna act very
whether she'll act on that
Or
knowledge.
natural.
Roll insight. So you roll. What's your passive deception?
Passive deception.
Yeah, just what's 10 plus your deception modifier?
That's an 18.
Hey.
What did you get?
23.
Fuck.
Oh.
Bloody hell.
Bramley
Bramley
needs
is
to know.
first.
So Bramley,
If you
as
fail, I
you're
would have
kind
just said
of like, as you're chilling, as you do, you notice that Miggle seems a bit more kind of like hee-hoo than usual. And you recognise
She's laughing down a
the
sleeve. Like,
the look of a gnome who's recently shared gossip. And you know.
ah. She has that slightly rosy cheek.
The laugh lines are shown in the Facebook.
He's got the sparkle in the eyes, someone who's just dished out juicy goss within the last 24 hours. You could smell it on him. Which is nicer than his usual smells.
What's horrible?
Old man sniff.
Less vomit inducing.
Quite.
Cheap aftershave. Old man aftershave that went off the shelves in like 1200.
Knock faults back.
Which is about 200 or so years ago. In context for this game.
I've decided.
Okay.
And Bramley will just hold on to this information for a little while. She won't say anything now.
Alright.
Oh,
He's
Miggle.
gonna grasp me as criminals.
Nothing that
The
hard.
first day's travel goes
Pickles will have to kill.
fairly smoothly. And there doesn't the pathway between the mountains and the forest hasn't closed quite yet, but while they are visible on either side, it hasn't come to a point where they're encroaching on each other. So it's a fairly easy day's travel as well. You set up camp for the night, so just a series of documentaries. You set up camp for the night, and you set up for watchers. Who is doing which watch and when?
As we said,
Which one?
do my harp spell.
What can we watch?
Nice. Okay.
What we watching for?
I know
It's
second watch.
We're just
I
on
believe
watch,
it's like a
we're setting up
10-foot
camp.
radius.
Oh, camping are we?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's going to take a few days to get there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'll go
So
second
yeah.
watch. I'll take the mid.
I'll take
I'll
last
take the
check
morning.
of the- Yeah, we always did the last one, don't we? Because you can do
Yeah.
We'll see.
Right.
Talk to me about my lives.
So it's a 20-foot cube that you can choose
Take a
to
watch.
encircle.
You'll take the
Just
mid
the
watch.
brat cat.
Yeah.
I'm doing
What's this? The alarm?
Yeah. So you see
I've
Lyle.
Oh, I love that spell.
Yeah. It'd be nice if something could cast it for you.
Instead of me, Bar's going to take the second watch.
Okay. So as you're setting
Yeah.
up for the night, before you settle down, like you've had dinner and you settle down, you see Lyle get out a small coil of wire, and she begins to almost like trace it, like with the end around the campfire, like where you've set up and where you're all kind of sleeping. She shuffles you a little bit so that you're all a bit closer to fit within the 20-foot cube, which is 4x4 for context. So it's a bit of a squeeze, but not terrible. Especially because you've got 2 gnomes, so they don't take up that much space.
They can chop and
Yeah. But you make sure all your things are within the area, and Lyle just kind of traces around this space. And as you do, it's almost as if the wire begins to like extend along the ground, almost like almost as if she's drawing with chalk as she traces this line around the camp. And then at the end, she pops the tiny little silver bell on it, and the wire, she curls the end into like a little hook and puts the bell on.
It's not. It's me.
No. And are you setting it so that it's an audible one, or just to both?
Pretty sure.
You choose whether the alarm is mental or audible. So you can choose a mental one, which will ping you, or an audible alarm produces the sound of a handbell for 10 seconds within 60 feet.
Choose the outlaw.
Okay.
Just because.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll pay for a gun.
Yeah.
So you want to wake the rest of the party up as well?
That's the idea.
Yeah.
What if you sleep through it?
So if someone unwelcome enters the area, then you'll all be rudely awoken to the sound of a handbell.
We'll be tired.
Okay, that'll wake me up.
Yeah, that'll wake everyone
Are we
up.
talking like proper old school? It's break
Handbell.
time in school. Handbell.
Handbell.
Last orders.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's literally what it will sound like, and it will last for 10 seconds, which is about 2 rounds of combat.
That's a long time for a bar.
Yeah, so it'll be very, very loud during the first round of combat.
Yeah. You're not sleeping through that.
Yeah, so Lyle spends time, does that, sets it up. You guys can all pass in and out, I believe, without setting it off, thankfully. So no one's not going to know when Miggle goes off for a midnight piss. He's got that old man bladder. Set up camp. Who's doing first watch? Lyle? Just you?
Oh, so.
Roll it. Which watch are you resting in? Because I believe you. Are you going to spend your second watch laning?
Yeah.
That's it. Roll a perception check for me.
That'll be a 27.
Nice. Calm and quiet. You can feel like the autumn air has got like a bit of cold bite to it, and you can tell that it's probably getting towards the latter half of the harvest season, and you're getting towards frost now, which is going to be a bit less pleasant for sleeping outdoors, and you might want to invest in some tents. They're not that expensive, to be fair.
We'll pick some up and I'll take.
Which?
Tents.
Oh, tents. We've not had tents this whole time.
No, you've been sleeping in bags on the floor.
I didn't know that. I thought we had a tent.
Nope.
We haven't bought it.
No one packed a tent.
No. Everyone gets a bedroll, but no one gets a tent.
Oh my gosh.
So,
I can't believe we've never bought a tent.
well, to be fair, it's been like Sun's Peak and then the early parts of harvest, so it's been fairly warm. So it's not been terrible sleeping outdoors.
Still sounds great.
That's just camping in general. It fucking sucks. But yeah, your watch passes without incident. Who's on the second watch?
Bar.
Bar. Alright, roll me a perception check.
17.
17, very nice. All goes quiet. There's it's a bit jarring being woken up in the middle of the night to be awake for a few hours and then having to try and find sleep again. But it's not terrible, and it's quite nice and peaceful. And you hear the sounds of like Chris is in the nearby forest. You hear like the screech of an owl as it's hunting through the night. But nothing catches any.
Chris is hunting in the night.
Critters.
But nothing out of the ordinary to your ear. Third watch, that's the gnomes, I believe.
It is,
What
it
do you want
is.
to-
Gnome and gnome.
20.
Are we both rolling for this one?
I've rolled already.
So you can either give Mickle advantage or you can roll yourself.
What would you score?
I'll
I've got
roll.
an 19.
I'll roll me on there, but I don't need advantage on that. 10.
Nice.
I'm busy cooking.
Yeah. You're busy finally for the first time ever getting to use your fucking cutlery,
Oh my
and
God,
you're
I
so
know.
excited.
I
You're,
am.
you're getting out your ingredients, you're planning it, and Miggle's keeping an eye out, and he's sitting back, puffing on his pipe with still that pleased look of a gossiping gnome on his face. The afterglow. The gossip afterglow.
I'm still keeping a good look.
Yeah, you do. With and nothing untoward happens. You all wake up to this sound, probably of a clanging of pots and pans, as Bramley begins to pop them out of her disc that she got for Hessenfig.
Of course.
And she begins to set them up on the campfire. She's like, "This is gonna be amazing, guys. Trust me, I've got it this time."
I've tried to use this like every long rest.
Yeah. And you get the campfire going. You like stoke it back up from like the low flames that it had been on, and begin to cook. Roll for me 2d10. It's 2d10.
Yes.
2d10.
4 and 10. 14.
Nice. You'll partake of the breakfast feeling a bit more hardy, you know. Excellent breakfast, Bramley, top notch. You gain 14 temporary hit points, which will last until you lose them or until your next short rest.
Oh, I think Granny gave you a couple of tips on the cooking there. That was really good.
She did.
Yeah, it's much better than much
Chunky.
Yeah,
So it was bad before?
I feel
No,
refreshed.
it's much better.
I'll do 120.
That was proper Granny cooking.
Ah, disgusting, I love it.
So hang on a minute, what am I on? Holy shit, I'm on 101.
Welcome to the club.
More heat.
Finally cracked 100.
To note, you are not on 101, you are on whatever you weigh, and then also 14 temporary hit points.
I'm on 87 plus 14,
Yeah.
which is 101.
106
You
plus
can take
14.
101 damage, which is good because that's what happens right now.
I'm unconscious.
Falchion suddenly collapses from a brain aneurysm.
What was the temporary point, sorry?
14.
14.
They last
1 and
until
4.
your next rest.
Short
they
or
also-
long?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah. So if you don't take a short rest, they will still disappear at a long
73,
rest.
yeah.
So just like your next rest,
Football. Great.
or
Excellent.
or if you lose them, because they can't be restored. Which is why I make the distinction, because there's a spell called Aid, which I personally fucking adore, and you give people per spell level that you use to cast it. You give people 5 temporary hit, 3 people 5 hit points increase to their hit point maximum. So for 8 hours, which is really good going into like a big fight. So my sorcerer will cast, because the party is like 6 people, so my sorcerer will cast it twice on the party because she can recycle spell slots and stuff to get the higher level spells. So I cast it at 4th level twice on the party, make another 4th level spell going into a fight, and everyone's got an extra 15 points to their hit point maximum for 8 hours. So that means you can heal it back up as well, which is different from temporary hit points. I fucking love Aid. It's a great spell that isn't utilised often.
No, that's really cool.
Cease.
Just think, you've got to be careful with that sentence.
Well, that's why I was specified several times that I love that spell.
Just don't make it plural.
That was it.
Yeah, well, you were thinking it first.
Second.
Yeah, but I saw your face and then I heard him sigh.
You saw this, man. You saw this.
I was going to ignore it until he sighed.
So it wasn't. Not.
You're both to blame. There
Yeah,
we go.
exactly.
I blame
You're
Sean.
both always.
I blame
It's
Sean.
always you two.
Why blame me? I'm technically not part of the team. Why blame me?
Not this one.
Mike agree.
Not this time.
That's Mike. He always agrees.
Good math, yes.
See?
My paladin
God,
has
was
it
right.
as well, which is fun.
Wrong.
My paladin
It's two, it's
and
one.
my
Wait.
sorcerer both have it.
Bye.
It's disgusting on a sorcerer because, like you say, you can recycle spells. Spell slots
Crap
and
you like
stuff.
that.
It's absolutely
I'll
filthy.
get you.
What level is that?
It's a second level spell.
I love
But
getting
it's not
built.
concentration, just lasts
Oh,
for
that's
8
good.
hours. Yeah, fucking lovely.
That's it. I remember having that when I had a cleric.
Yeah, that's really nice. So, you begin your second day's travel. Who is leading the way?
I'll lead the way.
Okie doke.
Alright, Bob.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Um,
On the road.
so, I'd like a perception check for the day.
Could be worse. 14.
14. Okie dokie.
Actually, I Alright, yeah.
So heading further in, at the moment it begins to you travel. It's about like 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon by the time that the mountains and the forest have converged on you. You're just a day's march, and you begin to see parts where like the forest kind of like slopes up into the mountains, and it's a bit more difficult to navigate along this area. It's still sparse enough that you could follow more or less a path, but it's a bit more difficult, a bit more shaded and enclosed, and the trek slows down slightly as you're having to navigate rocky terrain peppered with root systems. Not the funnest.
Not the
A
best,
little
guys.
thing.
This is why I keep away from the forest.
What?
What? Dark traumatic experiences that cause you to keep away from the forest. Nature.
Tree got forest ahead.
Oh, yeah.
So,
It's gonna be nature.
let's see. 14.
Oh, it's dead. Yeah.
Oh, wait. Clausy's dead.
Huge spike.
So, it's a fairly quiet day's travel. Like the group just chatting amongst themselves, and like I say, it's a bit more difficult to see the surrounding terrain given the overlap here, and so you don't notice until I'm gonna say.
I'm helping, guys. Yeah, guys, I'm doing so.
Let's see. What order is the party marching in? Just
I'm
so I
always
can
saying
see.
in the middle.
I'll be with Michael probably.
I did.
Okay, so we've got
Bars at the front.
bar at the front.
I'm on the rear.
I'll go
I'm
next.
gonna make
after
You
it-
that.
tend to go at the back, don't you?
I'm going to make a note of it.
I use it to go from. So, yeah, because I can see.
Oh yeah. you
Bar
can
at the
see
front. I'm next after bar.
I'm on the back.
At least these dwarven eyes can see everything in front of me, don't worry.
Just
it.
winking.
Sure.
So we've
The
got.
eyes of an eagle and the ears of a fox.
Who's at the very back?
Me.
Mira. Okay.
Yeah,
But you
well,
definitely
um,
didn't see this go.
Bar. Who's
Mid.
who's besides Mira?
It was
Oh.
second to last.
I don't know. I thought you were going to
Just
say
like
me.
who's,
said bar.
who's towards the back.
Dunno. We're in the middle. My nome's always in the middle.
Yeah. Well, it's
Like,
Dale, you're towards the back.
Holding hands.
oh,
Apparently so.
it was getting taken away by eagles.
Belcher's probably up towards the front with Bob.
I'm next
If
to
the-
bar.
Yeah, if
walking near
if the
the front.
gnomes
Chunky boys.
are in the front,
Dragging on the full.
Brown.
You're like an extra from Spikers.
So.
That's what you are right now.
Spike it.
So
Thumbs.
Yeah.
That's what bars like that
I
to be.
would like Mira, Lyle, Miggle, and Bramley. I'd like all of you to make Constitution saving throws.
Oh
Oh,
my god.
let's just say I'm fine.
Ugh. 8.
I'm gonna roll.
It's better than that.
Oh boy! What did you get, Miggle?
What has
16.
happened to us?
16? What did you get, Mira?
21.
21, right.
You know what? I just rolled
So,
for 4 and got
I,
19.
Let's see. I need to get my dice out.
How many?
Just
one.
Yes.
One.
More fun.
I need 8d6.
Plus the rest.
I
Plus
know,
the rest.
8d6.
It was with bar 10. Falling
So-
in the trap.
Turns out I have a cloak of death instead.
From Brownies.
I need d10s, please. I can't.
D10.
Yeah, I'm trying to fish them out, but I've got
No.
too many dice.
Yeah.
Fine, I'll just spend time fishing them out.
Yeah. I have many details.
I have a few.
I have none.
I have many.
You should have some.
Oh, I've
I
got
haven't brought them with me. I've had
Oh.
How many do you need?
Take some percentile
Yeah.
dice as well.
Yeah, I've been using percentile.
Yeah,
four-
I was going to say,
Kill me with my own dice.
I think I should be fine now. I'm gonna keep them to the side so that I don't.
Mix them.
Yeah, mix up everyone's dice, but I just wanna. Right. Let's see. Let's see. That's. Oh god, I need a calculator. I can't do math this quickly.
all your fault.
I'm helping.
There's randomly. Oh no, CBS one. I was going to say does anyone have a USB-C charger? But
To be fair, we've only
Oh, I
got
was
10
going to
minutes
ask
left.
for one before, I forgot.
I've got one as well.
Completely forgot to charge my phone. Again.
just I'm on 16%. I know I'll make it home. But once I drop you guys off, I was going to listen to an audiobook on the way.
I might still have battery.
Ah, yeah.
To be fair.
Yeah, if you just keep your phone on there, you might should be fine.
Yeah.
that's still
Speed
far
tech,
too
about
much
20
time.
minutes. you'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's only 20 minutes.
10.
Takes me 20 minutes to get you home.
Nah, it doesn't.
That does affect
20 minutes.
And then I've got to go to speak.
And then
And then I've got to drive all the way back.
Normal lights.
a most 40
It's
minutes.
45
Did I
minutes.
not see this come?
No.
I tried that
It
once,
rolls a
didn't I?
natural 19 on stuff. Plus stuff.
What is it?
When you say it,
I mean it. So.
But
How much damage do you
Yes.
I'm glad-
Mira's probably okay.
I'm glad got breakfast.
I want to know what it is that's attacking.
So,
Oh, you're about to
as
find.
Yeah.
you're tracking on, chatting away and
Blah, 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 blah,
you know,
Gampa.
I'm just
You-
going straight way up.
from behind
Ugh.
the party comes a large snake like
Lovely.
creature, easily 20 foot long on skittering legs.
Like a cockatrice?
Like a
no,
No,
millipede.
like a fucking centipede. Fucking milk.
She's
almost.
It's got snaky body. though.
Wavy legs.
Actually, let's just double check something. No,
Yeah, millipede or?
no, it's
Sure,
fine.
that's snaky chickens.
Clawed lizard-like legs, a whipping tail, and a long kind of almost alligator-like snout.
Oh, fuck it.
Jet black, but streaked with shifting colours of red and dark blue. And as it spots the party, slithered down the mountain unseen, blending in with the black stone of the mountains.
Oh, well shite.
And came up behind the party and reared out a jet of scalding hot steam.
Is it a dragon?
It is not. That's what I just double checked.
I was like,
You know what? Fair play for asking.
Yeah, I just double checked that as well because I was like, I need to double check something. No, it's not a dragon type. It's
Why
all
would it be relevant if
good.
it was a dragon?
Because
I have
Because
armor.
Bram now gets
Not now, not now.
For a while, since the fake beholder fight in Oldhaven, Bramley has had advantage on saves against dragon breath weapons.
I've just not been hit by any.
Yeah,
I've not
just
really
gonna have
been
to find a dragon, beat it up.
I'm sure we will eventually.
Should be
have you
tough,
thrown
actually.
dragon tail on?
No, I haven't.
It's
Oh
not
no,
a
that is
dragon.
dragon.
Yeah,
So like cockatoos or something.
I guess roll initiative.
and so you got a 23, you got like an 8, you got less. What did you get, Miggle?
15.
Okay, that unfortunately also fails.
Oh.
As
You got this, guys.
Mira, you take
Oh,
I was battling the barbarian goes damage first. When it's resisted.
No.
fucking you to car.
so you will take a total
Oh god.
of 18 points of fire damage, which is halved by making the save
Resistance.
and quartered by the resistance.
What are we going to take then?
The rest of you
37.
take 74
How?
points of fire damage.
I'm dead.
Unconscious.
I'm gonna take that to a Catholic doctor.
That would make that.
How many
seconds
attacks
to
have
the
you
math,
Let
what's that?
me double
73.
check.
So you
I'm sure.
family's down as well.
I'm down as well.
Nogs are down.
Hang on, how much was it? 74?
74.
I was 73.
Nogs are down.
My total is also 73.
Nice.
Do we have
Nice
the
together
same
forever.
HP?
Well, next week we got to fight, guys.
No, we've got to fight.
I've just written down my HP on the board for next week. It's like, no, it's 0 now.
Good job I got spared the
Yeah.
dying.
Well,
Death
hits you with
Star.
an attack.
Surely this counts as
It's
a
an AO. It's a.
Really?
It's not hitting you with an attack. It's an
AoE, that's
AOE.
how
So
you get
you're
past
in the
it.
line.
That's
got
how you
4
get past
minutes.
it.
Oh, you can get past it.
Shitty.
74.
74.
How much HP have you got?
Not a lot.
No.
I
Right,
had
next week's gonna be
73.
As you're fighting a Blackstone Behir.
Oh.
Blackstone
yeah, okay.
here.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So, if you recall, on the way to Whitestone, I think that shot lightning at them in the mountains.
When we were in the cave.
Yeah, before they got to Whitestone,
It's what they
something like that. Yeah.
homebrew this.
Not homebrewed. I've changed it slightly to fit in with the location. But yeah.
Chris.
Well, that's
Seven.
Right out. What a way to end the session. Hey, I am yes. I am the bastard.
Okay.
But yeah,
74.
You know what?
it rolled.
I'm really glad you had that long rest.
It rolled a 26 on stealth.
No way, hit me down.
So no one saw it coming. And because it was approaching the
I
party
had to
from
roll.
the back.
I had to roll a natural 20 to get it.
Someone else should have rode bloody perception for the train's travel.
Yeah.
Let's see. If I'd been at the front. No.
No.
No, there we go. Ah!
So yeah.
Listen, even if I got a natural 20, it would be a 19.
Yeah.
Mine would have tied at 26 if I got a natural 20. What would yours be, Leo?
It was Slayer rolled an 8.
To see if I
What was it called?
actually
The perception.
17.
It was a Bahia, but it's a black stone Bahia, which is specific to my setting.
What did it roll?
Oh, right, yeah.
26.
Sorry,
Bye.
we're leaving. Bye.